What's going on, everybody? Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by GFUEL Energy. Right now, until March 16th, code DANNYD is 30% off at gfuel.com. I just did a review on the newest pink drip flavor. It's pretty good. Highly recommend it. Or if you're a first timer, I highly recommend Snow Cone. We're grinding for that DD23 shaker, and the best way for that to happen is for you guys to use the hell out of that code. Today's guests are two GFUEL connoisseurs themselves. I've actually looked up to these guys for a very long time. They're both really big inspirations. If you're like me and you love GFUEL, I'm sure you're really gonna like this episode. Please welcome ElectricShock and Dukaja. All right, boom, we're going.
Hey.
So,
Hello.
we finally got this together. We rescheduled a couple times, but we got
that was
the
my
GFUEL
fault
gang
on the last
together.
one.
All good, dude. It's all good.
GFUEL gang together,
Yeah.
finally in one place. I don't think I've ever been in a voice call with Shock before itself. As long as we've known each other. We've known each other for like 2 years at this point.
I was gonna ask that. I was gonna ask like how much you guys have interacted because you guys are both on YouTube. So
Yeah. I think it's just
Yeah.
I don't know if you, you let me know if you notice any more interaction. A lot of our interaction is just via DMs every so often or like through our comment sections. So this is my first time actually speaking to you, which is super cool.
Yeah, well, it's definitely difficult, when it's easier for me to interact with people that are not so busy, but we're both very busy people. So it's hard to,
Extremely.
you know what I mean? So
Sit down and have a call about anything,
Exactly.
right? And this is the perfect opportunity when we have like a podcast to just like take 2 hours or an hour just to shoot it.
yeah, how you liking
So,
that HyperX Quadcast?
I am liking it a lot, actually. The amount of compliments I get on this microphone is astronomical. I went from, let's see, I had the AT 2020. If you don't, do you know what that one is?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got that microphone probably 8 years ago, and I was still using it. So I was like, you know what? It's time to upgrade. And a lot of people are like, upgrade? This is a USB microphone. Are you twitching your thumbs? Like, what's going on here? But this microphone sounds just as good as my XLR AT 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So-
cool.
And this is a USB microphone you said, the one you have now?
Yeah, this one's USB.
Yeah, it's incredible. People always had this concept in their head that XLR means higher quality, but a lot of times, especially with these waves, they have blown the industry away.
Yeah.
How good they are. It's so good.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they're...
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I know
I
we're gonna
said,
talk over each other.
Oh, there's 3 people on a call, of course.
Yeah,
I've just been noticing with YouTube, there's only a certain amount of quality that you need. Like, you don't need a $7,000 microphone, man.
I would go further on that and say that I would even argue in today's state of YouTube, it might be better to not have the best gear because of relatability. Look at all the biggest creators in our niche of gaming and what they do to stay relevant. It's relatability. You watch a PewDiePie video, he deliberately lowers the quality of his camera and his microphone so it's relatable. It's OG PewDiePie.
Exactly.
So I think the people that spend all their money getting ahead with this new gear are just like wasting time when they could be making good videos.
Definitely.
I got to get a new desk. I don't know if you guys saw my desk collapsed. Like one of the legs collapsed.
Yeah.
I walk in the morning to like start everything up for my morning stream, and I just see the desk leaning. Like, oh my gosh! Like I thought my computer. I was surprised my computer did just like fall off the desk. It was leaning so much. So yeah, I'm looking for a new desk right now. But
Get you with the respawn, man. Respawn
I was looking
partner
at
code.
that. There's the one that Harris Heller did a video on. I think
Yeah.
the Flex's spot. That one looked pretty sick.
I have that one right now. It's a standing desk. That's what I have.
Yeah, they have a gaming one that I was looking at.
Mhm.
So,
Nice.
and then after
It's
that,
awesome.
I got to get a new computer because I'm having all kinds of problems, but it's hanging in there. Still got my 1080 Ti.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I just got a 2070. Just got up right before like the big what do you call it? The price gouging.
Yeah.
Because of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's
You
bad.
cannot get anything now. It's impossible.
What graphics card do you have, Shock?
I have a...
You have the latest, like 3070, right?
No,
No?
I've got a 2080, MSI 2080. I wanted to get the 3080, and how long has it been? Like since September
Something like
that
that.
I have been waiting for it to come in stock. They're like, oh, it'll come in stock by winter, dude.
I remember your tweets about that.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to pay twice the price for a 3080.
Yeah, I don't.
Like,
Mhm.
I would wait.
I don't blame you for that at all.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the
ridiculous.
3080 Ti. I think they're supposed to announce that next month. So I'm gonna
Oh,
try.
really?
Yeah. I know another TikTok buddy of mine knows a guy who builds PCs, and he said he'd probably be able to get his hands on one. So
Nice.
hoping that'll work out.
What episode is this for you again? This is like in
36.
the hundreds or 36? I thought you said something crazy earlier. Like
No,
hundreds,
no.
36.
I do one a week. So
Okay, gotcha.
there was like I think about a month where I did 2 a week, but that was just crazy trying to set those up like that. Like 2 a week was a lot of networking.
I saw you tweet something about it or mention something about it somewhere. But with your YouTube monetization, where are you at now with that?
So I have applied like 5 times, and I keep getting this error. But I think my AdSense account. I have 2 emails linked to my YouTube, and one of them I think was like I had to unlink it, and then it still gave me an error. And I think it was because the one I linked it to didn't have my birth date on it. So I put the birth date, and then it gave me like, what country are you in and all that stuff. So I think we're good now. But yeah, we should be monetized here soon. So I'm excited.
That's awesome, dude.
Just hit 30K.
I know, I just got my second channel do it too, so it's sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
30K on YouTube and like what is it? 100K on Twitch and like 1 million on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm close.
Where were you at when we were talking the first time a year ago?
I don't know. I think on Twitch I was probably somewhere in like the 30s or probably somewhere in the 30s on Twitch.
I feel like on TikTok you were like in the.
I was stuck at 150K for like 3 months.
For a long time.
It was really hard, and all of a sudden it just exploded. And I feel like I think I'm kind of coming down. I found like a new floor. So we'll see. You know, I really do think the consistency is like the biggest thing. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
That's fantastic.
See what happens.
Nice. Yeah, I just noticed today. I think you're almost at 1.5, Danny.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Man, dude, you are killing it, brother.
With TikTok and magical then in itself, it's just like for some people, when it hits hard, and like if you can stay consistent with it. I remember you had told me you were in the peak of something at some point where you were posting like 5 TikToks a day. Do you think that feeding it more is the reason why you had that magic spark?
Definitely. So like right now, I've noticed that like the more you grow on TikTok, the more likely you are to have one video pop off and then like steal the views from the rest of those videos you post that day. So I've thought about scaling it down to 4 videos because it's less work for me. Because like yesterday I had one video get 1.5 million views and then the other 3, I think, because I'm still posting 5. I think at the time, Duck, I think I was posting like 10. I was just hammering out videos like crazy, trying to get that algorithm to work. And I've pretty much narrowed it down to like the same. I use like the same 2 hashtags. I use hashtag Twitch and hashtag gaming in every single one. And then I'll put like couple goals or family and then something related to what's going on in the video.
Yeah.
So, and I've noticed like there was one video where I only used 3 hashtags and it got stuck at like 1,000 views and like for the whole day. And so I was like, okay,
so you're saying hashtags are the key.
in a pattern. No, I'm not saying hashtags are the key. I'm just saying once you get into like a pattern, you don't want to change it. So
and especially niche driven. Have you gone out of your niche before and just seen that like you should not touch it?
So my videos, a lot of them don't even really have much to do with gaming or Twitch. It's just kind of like people kind of see, okay, Twitch and gaming is, I feel like that's why I've had a good transfer rate, is because people are like, oh, Twitch, and then like they check out stuff.
Seems to be very family oriented, and that's what a lot of people draw.
Yeah, definitely steered towards the family stuff. Yeah. It's been interesting because with family stuff you want to be careful how much you reveal and stuff.
Yeah.
So, especially
that's definitely hard.
Yeah, especially I don't want to be giving away little man's name until he can say stranger danger. Like he's not there yet.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly, man. Yeah, it's just like that's another thing with me too. It's like there's certain type of creators on platforms. There's people like David Dobrik, which he doesn't share everything, but he shares a lot, and he's comfortable with the camera being in his face around friends and family. I'm sort of the creator. A lot of people are like, Shock, do a this, do a that, day in the life, this, that. But it's like, I like to have like my video time, and then I like to have my alone time with family, girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
So shout out to you, Danny, for being able to really do that and make your family feel comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable is the word.
Yeah, exactly. So
because I know I've been in relationships with people, or just like family members too, that feel a bit pressured by it, and the fact that you're just able to like incorporate what your life is into it is very, very awesome and remarkable thing. And have people take it so well. Like the internet
Yeah.
takes that and loves it. People try to replicate what you do with their families now, and you see those other TikToks.
I see it. Yeah,
Yeah,
people
you
are
see
trying to
those
do
other
stuff
ones.
involving their kids and stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah.
People keep asking like, do a family vlog channel, and I'm just like, I just can't imagine adding all that on top of it.
Yeah.
And then
one thing at a time.
yeah, that, and I don't want to like. To me, there's something about TikTok being short, and like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not too invasive. Like I don't want to stick a
Yeah.
camera in their face all the time. My wife did just start a TikTok like 3 weeks ago. She's already at like 200K. So I'm pretty
Nice.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's mostly people from my following, but that means they're like
Yeah.
really like loyal, like
Into
dedicated
it.
followers. So they're all about it. So
And you just said, by the way, my wife too. So congrats on
thanks, man.
getting married.
Congratulations.
Walk me through that. So you guys like got married at the courthouse. You're gonna
Yeah.
do like a
Yeah. So with the pandemic and stuff, I was just like,
right.
I don't know when we're gonna be able to plan a wedding. We just
Yeah.
we've had 2 or 3 friends have to postpone or cancel their weddings, and with how much we've been making, it's like it makes sense for the tax bracket and stuff to just go ahead and seal the deals.
Get the benefits.
So we
Yeah.
went and did that. I mean, I still waited longer than I would have, if I was in the military. Most of these military guys, they get married like a week after boot camp. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So you knew her when you were in high school or college, right? And
so
you
we dated
a
in
little
high
bit.
school for like on and off for like 2 years because there was kind of like
Okay.
some long distance stuff going on there.
Cool.
Because she was in California and I was in Arizona. But yeah, no, we reconnected when I was getting out of the military, and
And
rest
now
is
you're
history, I
married.
guess. Yeah, now we're
Yeah,
married.
Nice.
But
That's so
no,
sick.
we're really happy. We just got the dog and everything, so it really feels like a family now.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm dying to get a dog. I was in LA this last weekend, or like last weekend. I went to this dog park without a dog. I was walking around just watching all these dogs play with each other, and like I don't have one yet. I'm waiting to like get a house and kind of be a little more
Yeah.
settled. But man, do I want one so bad. Shiba too.
Oh,
Love
Shiba.
Shibas. Yes, they're
that's the-
expensive breeds.
Is that the Dogecoin dog?
I think it might be the Dogecoin.
Is
Is
it?
it a
I
Dogecoin?
think it is.
No,
I think it's the
that
one
might
on the-
be. It might
like
be.
it
It
is.
might be. They look like little foxes, and I think it's so cute. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm excited for you, man. That's awesome. Congrats again.
Thanks, man. It's definitely been a lot, going on. So it feels like things are kind of steadying out. We're getting into a groove.
Yeah, you have a rhythm. Mhm.
I've still got some like military like disability stuff I got to take care of, but other than that, I've been able to really focus on content and stuff now. So, I did get an editor too, so that's been helping a lot.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
With the
It's just so cool to see
stream
how our conversation was in June or like July or whenever we spoke, and you're like, yeah, I'm really like lunging forward after this. Not really like fully knowing everything about it yet, but you just lunged at it, and it's just like
Yeah.
this thing for you now. It's so cool how that happens.
Yeah.
That's the
When was
power of
our
TikTok.
When was our podcast last?
So you guys did one together already.
Yeah,
too.
we did
Yeah.
one. I think it was
Okay.
like 2.5, 3 months ago. I have
Yeah.
like no sense of time anymore, dude. It just all flows
think
together.
It all
Because
kinda
I
goes
feel
together.
like I don't know why, but were you moving at that point? I felt like you were very uncertain about what you were gonna do and stuff like that at that point. Or were you already moved at that point?
I can't remember. I
don't
think I was
know.
maybe getting ready to.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking, you were looking at places to move,
Yeah.
but you hadn't decided anything yet. So
Yeah.
you were
Well-
still were you guys in like LA, California, or like
We were in Simi Valley, which is like
Okay.
45 minutes outside Hollywood.
yeah, gotcha.
Or like it's like 45 minutes of traffic, but like in the middle of the
Right.
night it's like 20 minutes. But
Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
I was still kind of deciding where I wanted to go because I still wanted to do something with film and TV. So Albuquerque just turned out being,
That's what we talked about. Yeah, you told me about film and TV.
yeah, so just wait, I'll be in season 5 of Stranger Things. So,
Yeah, exactly.
They're supposed to
I'll
film
wait
that
to
out
see
here,
it.
so
In Texas?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, you're in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I thought you were in Texas for some reason.
Yeah, no, they just invested like $1 billion into the Netflix studio here, so they're talking about it becoming like the next Hollywood over
Wow.
the next like 10 years.
Jeez. I mean, everybody's leaving LA right now. I mean,
Dude.
getting out.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
It's
many people
bad, dude. Like I think something like 70 or 80% of the restaurants there all went out of business because nobody can afford the
are leaving.
rent.
Jeez.
Like,
yeah, and I mean, the eating experience is so different. The first night I got there, I had to eat in an outside setting, and every restaurant's outside because you can't have any indoor at all. So I can only imagine how tough that is. Because I mean, imagine rainy days or cold days or things you can't have food outside.
Yeah.
So it's impossible. North Carolina is just coming off of a curfew now, so it's still weird everywhere.
Yeah. So you're saying like, the incomes are going down and the rent is staying the same.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Essentially, it's getting worse. I would even say.
Yeah, I would honestly, I would assume that, you know, with less tenants being able to pay than like the people that are paying, it's probably not changing. You know, it's definitely and every year it goes up a little bit. So
that's ridiculous.
I'm glad I got out of there when I did.
There's something about like LA people too. Sometimes, and like not every person in LA is terrible, but I feel like landlords and people in LA, there's just a bit more of a cold mindset to these things. So it's less understanding people, especially from coming like from the South where it's down sweet, everybody's slow moving, understanding. And you go to such a fast paced world where it's very self-oriented. So like getting out of there in general is just like a good idea right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I definitely feel it cost of living wise too. I mean, like, it's literally 50% cheaper to live here in Albuquerque.
So. You're probably getting more square footage. You're getting,
I went from
way more for less.
I think I went from like a 900 square feet, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and then this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, or it's like a 2.5 bath townhouse. It's like 1,500 square feet, and it's literally $1,000 cheaper. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
My roommate and I have a similar deal like that with 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3.5 baths. It's about the same.
Yeah. And then, I
mean, we share that together.
Everything though. I mean, gas is $1 cheaper. Everything, you know, it's nice. So it feels good to live somewhere where you can kind of breathe a little bit.
That's good.
So
well, I know you also recently got partnered with GFUEL, so we're all 3 GFUEL partners now.
Yeah.
Do you have your sights on shaker stuff in the future? What are some of your goals with this stuff?
So the code has been doing well. I'm talking to the CEO of the team I'm on, because I also joined Elevate since we last talked.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And he's saying that they're talking about it, so we'll see. That'd be pretty crazy to have it happen that soon. But
so sick. And it would sell so well with your TikTok. Like shakers would sell. That's the biggest point for me. It's just like
definitely.
Hotcakes.
I definitely, if it happens, I'll definitely have to talk to Shock about that, like how he did that, because.
Well, I have something in a box here too. I'm gonna give both of you guys soon.
What?
I have something in a box right now that I can't open yet.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all 3 can just interchange our shakers.
All right.
Just drink out of them.
Excited, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly. The colorway for Shocks was so good. The purple and blue.
I want one so bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Translucence. The translucence thing is important for both of us because we display what's in it. The most important, like what color it is. Can you see it?
I can't stand the ones.
Can't
I don't know how much is left in there. You know.
Right. Yeah, I can't tell.
Exactly.
You can see the powdery little bit at the bottom that you need to like swig or pour out.
That's awesome, were you talking about a V2 or was that just kind of like you're just floating that?
Tall boy, maybe that'd be cool.
When you get in the V2,
a tall boy.
I'm not a tall boy.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know how I feel about the tall boys.
You guys,
it sticks
I'm
out.
not.
I don't mind them.
Boy,
I like them. The PewDiePie ones I like the most.
Yeah, the tall boys are decent, but I just feel like the text to logo, like the ratio, it doesn't really go the best. So V2.
You have a really good point.
Yeah, V2 would definitely, I think, be this size, but I don't know. The colors would have to be these colors, but flipped in a way, I think. That's
Inverted.
what I think. Yeah. Something like that. But definitely keep with the translucent.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm like a Shock glow in the dark shaker. Something like that. That'd be something special. That's a really cool concept.
Yeah, I don't know how many shakers I have now. I've been collecting them. That new Scarlet Red one that came out. As soon as I saw that one, I was like, I gotta snag that. That looks.
Is that one translucent?
I don't know.
I think so. Because I really only like the translucents. I'm gonna.
I mean, I like the solid ones. My favorite shaker was the Pomage one that's no longer on sale anymore.
Pomage. Oh, that paint is beautiful.
and you know this as much as I know the shock. When you post a video on YouTube or I don't know, TikTok or anywhere, and you don't have it visible to see, people are so upset about that because they want to see what it looks like, what they're going to be sipping on when they do buy it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to like pour it into a separate glass or something like that just so they can see.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But yeah. Well, for shaker for you, I'm gonna guess you're gonna go blue, red.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I got something right here too, by the way, because I know you.
What do you got?
Eating these.
Oh, you gotta have the
Yeah.
Doritos.
Danny Dorito, let's go, man.
I haven't tried the 3D ones yet.
I am addicted to the 3D ones. They're dangerous because they have the two flavors and like perfect opposites of each other. So if I'm not careful, I'll just sit there and eat them for like an hour.
So is that how you came up with your name? Did you like Doritos?
Yeah,
or
what was that?
Honestly, so my original Twitch name had my last name in it, and when I was thinking about it, I was like, I probably don't want to have my last name in my Twitch name, you know. So I was at work
docs.
one day. Free docs, and we were all talking because there was a couple other guys at work, a couple other nerdy guys that were kind of streaming as a hobby too, and we were working on a helicopter because we're all mechanics, and we were chilling by the toolbox, and I pulled out one of those little like small snack size bags of the Doritos, and we were talking, and somebody's like, "How about Danny DeVito?" Because I'm short, and I was just like, oh, "Come on, man!" And then somebody's like, "Nah, dude, Danny Dorito," and then I just went with it.
That's good.
So
that's awesome. What was the inspiration behind your name, Shock? I never heard this story.
Yeah, me
gamer tag or.
Oh my god, so many people have asked me this one. I was actually, this was probably in 2015. I was downstairs vacuuming, and I got somehow the vacuum, like it shocked me somehow. I don't know how, but I was just like
YouTube.
I thought electric shock for a name because at that point I was kind of trying to go through names. I was switching from an old channel that I had, and yeah, it was just I was like electric shock, and I went up. I looked on YouTube. There was no electric shock over like 100 subs, so I was like, "Let's go, we got this." I was like, "Let's go." I like that name.
I just picture you like passing out, and you wake up and you're just like, "I've got it, electric shock."
Hair fryer when he stands up. Yeah. That's so good. That's good. It's a good little story.
Yeah, oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's been very hard to incorporate though, like shock and electricity and all this stuff with my branding. It's really has been difficult. Honestly, like that's probably one of the hardest things about me is everybody's like, well, shock, your shaker should have a lightning bolt on it, but like I really don't like it, and I don't know. It's difficult.
I like the shock logo you got. I like the way it looks, kind of like fuzzy looking, and
fluid.
Yeah, I thought electric shock sort of works with like glitch effect, so a lot of my branding is very glitchy and stuff like that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I just found out that somebody on Twitch is impersonating me. They have like 40 followers so far, but they got it's Danny Dorito 23 _ and they got my profile picture.
That's the thing. So when I got partnership, you know how typically you can get direct access to the partner team now and try to request a name. Someone still has Dukaja, and they either log in every so often to keep me from having it or what. But I can't get that unless I have a trademark. So I have to buy a trademark now to get that name.
That's what I'm going through.
So
because somebody on TikTok has it, and I want to get verified, but I don't want to verify.
Do you want to just be Danny Dorito?
Yeah, well, I just want it to be Danny Dorito 23 because having the 23 keeps it from infringing on Doritos' brand. So,
So
I'm just sticking with that.
Oh wow, I never considered that because you're actually using another brand in your name. That could be dangerous.
That's why I kind of steered away from all the Doritos stuff. But I'm hoping that someday, partnership, and we're just gonna go balls to the wall with the Dorito chips. So that's the plan.
That's good. It's a good idea.
Maybe my Cheetos shaker will have a chip on it.
That's exciting stuff.
Yeah.
No Cheetos at all, right? That's like sacrilegious in your house.
Yeah, no Cheetos.
No Cheetos.
No, it's just kind of a joke.
Cheetos aren't even really on a really objective note. Those are not good. Those are not as good.
I don't know why, but I think of when I was in San Francisco, my roommates, like we ate out all the time. Like nobody ever cooked because then somebody's always complaining about dirty dishes. So we're always getting fast food, and there was this KFC like Cheeto chicken sandwich or something like that. And every time I think of Cheetos, I think of that sandwich.
Sounds like
Had
death on
Cheetos
a
it.
plate.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was good, but it definitely didn't feel good after eating it.
I've been taking my roommate and I both have taken up cooking and trying to learn a lot about different things because we fall into the same pattern of let's just run out to Sheets or let's go get cookout at midnight. But we've been doing this thing lately. We're just trying new dishes. He made cinnamon butter the other night. I made this like lemon garlic butter salmon bok choice.
Yeah.
Like it was so good. I don't know, but it is a pain to have to clean all of it up. That's my least favorite part.
Consuming.
I know.
Yeah,
just
no,
for like a quick bite.
I know a lot about it.
You live with your girlfriend, right? You and your
Yes.
girlfriend cook together, or
Yeah, so I usually do. We get this. You've heard of meal services like Green Chef and
HelloFresh.
so I'm
HelloFresh.
actually exactly. So I'm actually vegan. So I use Purple Carrot. They're a meal box, but it's completely vegan. Like I'm allergic to milk and a whole bunch of other things, and meat causes like severe acne. So I just went vegan. I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll just take it all out. So, but I cook the Purple Carrot meals almost every night, and
that's awesome.
It's consuming. I mean, I have to spend probably it's if I do it all myself, but probably like 2 hours, and that's not even including cleanup time. Like there's a lot of dishes to cook a full meal.
That's a lot of time to schedule around YouTube and doing everything you do.
So my time it's very, and I want to eat like that. I love food. I love good food, man.
I know one passion of yours too, other than just GFuel stuff, is your car. So like all your car videos. How do you notice comparison between like? Go ahead.
I was actually outside. So the past 2 days it's been like 60. I don't know where you. Well, I'm not.
It's
sure
83 right now in North Carolina. 83.
Yeah, that's where I was actually considering my girlfriend and I moving a little south, like North Carolina, South Carolina,
so
Georgia.
Good down here.
Because we've been in the north our whole lives, and it's 50 out right now, and I was like, I'm going outside. I had a rear diffuser to install on my car, so I was installing that earlier, just soaking up the sun, spending some time outside, because man, from October to now of gray and cold and snow and inside, you will feel dead.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, all of December and January, my roommate and I were talking. We talked so much every night over some coffee or whatever. And we think that December was like the lowest point of our lives because of the weather and how things were with Twitch and YouTube at the time. And so we looked at each other in the face around December and we're like, we're making a strategy on how to get partner. I have a video coming out next week on how I brute forced my way to Twitch partner 2 months. We both did it together, and now it's sunny outside and we did it. And like it's the complete opposite of stuff. We're so joyful together right now. We had coffee last night. It's good how things can flip around, especially when you have some good weather. That never hurts.
Even North Carolina gets really dead.
Here's North Carolina. It's bipolar. It's different every day. And like a lot of East Coast states are like that, I guess. But the thing about North Carolina that's a kicker is the humidity. It's humid on the East Coast. I mean, West Coast air just feels better. But the East Coast is always going to be home for sure.
Yeah, I think I told Duck in our episode that I lived in North Carolina for like 6 months when I was in the military for aviation technical school.
Yeah,
and I got there
in
Elizabeth City.
Okay,
because it's the Coast Guard. So I got there in February, I think, and then I left in August. And just going from what it was like in February, it was like cold and windy, to just like 120 or whatever it was with like 90% humidity. I was just like, I'm going to leave.
Yeah, what a blessing it is that we work inside. Because if I had to work outside in North Carolina, I wouldn't live in North Carolina. It'd be terrible.
I was going to ask, how was the winter vortex for you guys? Did you guys get hit by much of that? Because we got hit pretty good here.
I didn't get like hardly. I'm sure Shot got God knows how much, but I didn't get anything. We got some sleet here and there, but I mean, if we got something, I didn't know about it because I don't go outside a lot. But
yeah, no, my girlfriend and I woke up one morning in, I don't know, a little bit ago, like December or January. The most snow I've ever seen in my life.
And you're a north guy too.
Yeah, well, I'm from Vermont, New Hampshire.
Oh wow. Okay, so that's snow central.
So we woke up and snow like up to the thighs.
Damn.
All day
Jeez.
shoveling. All day shoveling. The cold hasn't been terrible this year. Like usually I'm from Vermont, so I'm used to waking up for high school, 6 a.m., -30.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
Okay.
there's no way. There's just no way I could do it.
-30, feeling like you want to commit, okay, and going to school. Like, if
Oh, God.
anything is gonna teach you, like, how to be tough, just live up here for a year or two.
And we're complaining about humidity and stuff. Like, oh, it's so
Yeah.
warm.
Oh
So
my
little.
god.
It gets a lot colder here than I thought, and it snowed a
In
lot
New
more than I
Mexico?
thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the record for snow here is like 11 inches, and we got like 6
Yep.
inches one night during the vortex.
Well, it just
So-
snowed in Texas not long ago. I was
So
like,
my-
"What?"
Yeah, everybody's out of power.
My sister
What?
lives in Texas, and she had no power for like I think 3 or 4 days, and no water for 2 or 3.
Ridiculous.
It
Yep.
was
That's
bad.
insane.
And like my
Wow.
brother-in-law had gone out of town for work, so he's having to like drive in that to go work
Mhm.
because he does the wind turbine stuff. He does electrical stuff for that. And so he's having to drive through this bad weather, also knowing that like my sister has no power or water and 2 dogs.
Mhm.
So yeah, that
So-
was rough.
That's a tough time. I know there was some TikToks where you were spending some time with family in between, like the intermittent time between where you live there and where you live now. You're staying with family and stuff, right?
Yeah,
gotcha.
around I think
Your
around New
girlfriend's
Year's.
family, maybe, or is it
No,
your
it
family?
was we went to go see. So we moved and we stopped and saw my parents
Mm.
and my brother, and then right around New Year's we drove to Texas and saw my sister and my brother-in-law, and then because that was a really crucial time for me. I felt like bringing my setup with me all the way to Texas. It was like a 7-hour drive.
Yeah.
I do honestly believe that if I like I wonder where I'd be at right now numbers wise if I hadn't done that, because I feel like a lot of people were like surprised that I did that, but I was like it
Yeah.
just seemed like everything was really starting to boom, and so I felt like
Yeah.
I needed to take advantage of it. I'm
Yeah,
not
take
bringing
your
it with
time.
me when I go for Easter though, because that was a lot of work
Yeah.
dragging that all the way there.
Yeah,
but,
more than anything, I'll say this, and I don't know if you guys have taken this time, but this is year number 4 all together of like full on doing it. And in 4 years, I didn't realize how little I had rested at all. And so
Mhm.
I went on this like 6-day, didn't touch my phone at all, went to a completely different state and just chilled out. And it reopened my mind to everything. I feel like a new human being. So I think
Yeah.
we get so into the thick of it and the new flavors that come out. We got to get the reviews out. We got to answer the DMs. But
Yeah.
like, man, when you can take that, when you go on your Easter thing, dude, if you can manage it and fight the urge to touch your phone, you will love it so much when you come home. It's
So-
so good.
I'm gonna try
Yeah.
and plan it so that the videos like they're scheduled to
Schedule.
post.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
But
Yeah.
TikTok, I'm probably gonna still do those. But TikTok, I feel like 2 hours a day, I can get them all knocked out, and they're pretty
Yeah.
decent quality.
Yeah, and like you're just kind of living life in your TikToks too. Just like, hey, little man, like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Keep it
you
about
know, doing your
anything.
thing
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can't-
it's not easy, dude. I mean,
to balance. Yeah, have you ever
With-
taken a long period of time off yourself, Shock?
especially not now. Like, my girlfriend
Mhm.
and I do take COVID pretty seriously, and so right now, man, it has been what is it coming up on? Probably like 600-700 days since I've taken any sort of a break whatsoever.
You take a weekend, man. Just take a
And
weekend.
it's hard because I almost can't. Like I
Yeah.
devote so much time to
It's intrinsic to who you
videos.
are, right?
I try to upload daily. I try to stream almost daily with the new schedule. I try to stick with my truth of what I've always done on YouTube, which is I try to reply to every comment ever. I try to
Mhm.
reply to every Twitter DM, every Instagram. I try my best, but it's getting really hard.
It's hard, dude.
really
But
hard.
if you, dude, I'm telling you what, man, like if you take that 6 days where you drop off
Yeah.
the map, not only will you feel good, but here's the kicker that we forget.
Mhm.
Here's the kicker. People are going to miss you and they are going to go off when you come back.
Yeah.
And so it's such a strategy because they want more of you. They want the content, the interaction they didn't have for 6
Yeah.
days. So give yourself some credit, man. You've worked hard. Just take 6 days. Take a little time off just to take a load off, you know? It's good.
Yeah,
It's
I
good
mean,
for
I'll
you.
have to figure something out soon. I mean, I would, man, I just want to be on a beach, dude. Oh,
Yeah, right. I know exactly.
you
I've had
know,
plans to go down to Charleston. I'm gonna take like
yep,
at least a little time every month just to have some
yeah,
time. But I plan to go to Charleston at the beginning of April, just be on the beach and whatnot. But it's good for the
yeah,
soul. It really is.
definitely.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
when I was in the military, we always did like I mean my deployments were to LA, so it was kind of
Yeah.
like I was going to a
Oh,
nicer area, less crowded,
Hmm.
so it never really got to the point where I was like I need a break, you know. And then when I was on the boat, we would do these port calls, so we like went all over Mexico. We'd spend like 3 days on the beach and stuff. So
mm.
Yeah.
now that like I'm always home, the idea of like taking a break like kind of gives me anxiety because it's like I spent so much
Yeah.
time working.
You don't
But
know what to do to start out with, really. For one, you're
yeah,
like, what do I do to take time off?
yeah.
I
So
think a lot of mine
Exactly.
was just literally laying in bed and
it's
just
been
resting.
kind of cool how I've been able to kind of incorporate the TikToks into like spending time with the family and like relaxing. You
Mm.
know, we can still make
Yeah,
something out of it. You know, whether it's like
exactly.
trying a new food place or watching a movie or watching a
Yeah.
show. You know,
Yeah,
so
things like that have been really good for you, just like
Well,
making content out of what you do.
yeah, that's what's also hard is like I'm told by so many of these regular people, I don't know,
Oh,
right out of high school. I'm only 21. I just recently
right.
graduated. I was homeschooled, so I got into high school late. My schedule was a little off, so I literally not even like a year ago graduated high school, and
Right.
I've never had a real job. I don't. I worked as a dishwasher for one day, and I quit because I was
There's
like,
no G Fuel in this kitchen. I'm out of here, dude.
I want to be my own boss. This is
Right.
not right for me. I feel wrong. So I
Mm.
quit and just grinded YouTube. But I feel like everyone tells me, well, you don't have a real job. This is like easy. Like, this is super easy. What do you
Show
just
me
sit on
your
the
tax
computer all
return
day?
stuff.
You don't have to take a break. Like,
Right.
you sit on the computer. Why do you have to take a break? So that's why it's also hard for me to take a break because I feel like what I do is already like such a break from what other
Mm.
people do. I feel like I've been
Yeah.
given a gift,
True, 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 true.
and why should I take a break from this gift that I've been given? I should keep working harder and harder and harder. And it's just, man,
It's the grind mentality that's so good. And like as long as it lasts, I
you
keep
know,
going. But
burnout is real.
whenever the second it hits you, just let it hit. Let it
Yeah.
hit. Just take a second in bed for a day or two. But yeah, I'm proud of you for working so hard for so long, both of you guys.
yeah, thanks,
I
man.
think yeah, I think that's a good segue into talking about trying, especially for Danny, because I know the first time you rated me, your mom was in that chat and she was talking about it. So how do you like introduce to family? I have my own ways of how I explain it to family or like whoever what I'm doing. How did you go about like, hey mom, I make TikToks every day and that somehow pays the bills. Like
So like my mom knew that at the time there was not really any other choice of like it was like either I sit around and hope that the unemployment check finally shows up, which never did.
I
Yeah.
never got anything for my stimulus in the last little bit here
Apparently
either.
they owe me 6 grand, but I don't know if I'm ever gonna get
Wow.
it because everything like you call California's unemployment and it just says sorry we have too many calls and just hangs
Mm,
up on you.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I mean thankfully my wife has been getting unemployment like the whole time, so that's
yeah.
cool. But
She's in school still, no? She's in school?
so she was going to school for for cosmetology
Yeah.
well it was specifically for like hair and makeup to do on like film and TV sets, but
Mhm.
they just kept it the lessons kept getting worse and worse because it was like you can only do so much at home, like not being hands
Mhm.
on in person kind of ruins it. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
then it was like she's like, well, I got this $10,000 loan and then we're moving and this and that. Well, I don't know if it was because of COVID or what, but they gave her like this relief thing where she just paid $600 and they like forgave the whole loan. So
Wow.
yeah, so
Wow.
now she's like, well, I can just do the stay-at-home mom stuff, and so I'm like, I'm cool with that. I mean, somebody has to like take care of the dog and watch the little man and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the little man still has another year before he starts kindergarten. So
Oh, wow.
That's
yeah,
so
he's about to turn
crazy.
4 in May.
That's gotta
But
be insane. That's one thing I've always been excited for. I love kids so much, and that's one thing in my life I'm really excited for is
oh
having
man,
Mhm.
kids.
it's so much work.
I bet it's such a I know it's a lot of work, but it's gotta be so rewarding just
It
to
is,
have
yeah,
that relationship.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the things I struggle with the most is like I always feel like I'm not spending enough time with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to take time to just spend with him every once in a while.
Balance is the word. Balance is the word for sure.
But yeah, and then of course she's like, "When are we gonna have another one?" And I'm just like, "Oh gosh."
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, I don't know.
And then you have another one, and then it turns into twins, and then you're gonna be like,
no.
"Oh,
No.
and 3." No, I want twins one day. I do. I want like twins. That's like a goal.
Yeah, I mean, well, because we were gonna get a dog from my sister because she has golden
That's already one
retrievers,
kid.
and yeah. So like we're planning on, I think we have to be here for 2 more leases because it's like 10-month leases or something, so we can't break it up, or I can't remember. But anyways, we're trying to figure out like, all right, so when we buy a house, what are we looking at price range and stuff, and that was another thing is like when we were in LA, it was like there's just no way we're gonna get a house here. Just,
oh my god,
no shot, no.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine trying to raise. I had this conversation recently. I mean, like kids trying to be raised in LA it's got to be such a different childhood, especially if you're living anywhere near like the hills of like Hollywood, the Hollywood sign, anything like that. You're on top of each other. You don't have any space to run around. I mean, how do you get to school with school bus? Like all those little things, if there's schools right now even, but I don't know. I love the idea of raising kids in like a very, I don't know, East Coast, just like open land, backyard, dog kind of deal.
I mean,
definitely.
I've always pictured myself as a family man. So I mean, when
Shock,
I was
have you and your, what you go ahead?
I was just gonna say when I was in the military, I always wanted a dog, even though I was like alone.
Yeah.
I just wanted a dog so bad, but it just never felt right. I didn't want to get a dog just to have him sit in a kennel all day, So
when you look at your relationship, Shock, when you guys gonna put it on there, or
Well, I mean,
what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
We have a bunny right now, so
we're not gonna get married. We have a bunny. You can take it one thing at a time right now.
No, I mean we've been together since freshman year of high school, so
right.
It's been a while now. I don't know.
So yeah, whenever it happens, whenever you feel good with it.
I just
especially
feel like
with COVID stuff.
I just feel like I just graduated high school, and I feel like aren't I supposed to? I've said this a lot to my girlfriend. Like, aren't I supposed to feel like this? I'm a man. I'm an adult. When does that come? It
I know
hasn't
what
come
you're
yet.
saying.
It
I
has
know
not
what you're
come yet.
saying. I remember having that feeling. It's almost like what I call to be freshman syndrome of the world. And so I remember, let me paint this picture for you. So I'm like just about 6 feet tall now, and I'm very skinny and slender. But younger Dallas as a freshman was like 5'1", chubby little kid. Just joined the basketball team, and there's all these seniors on the team, right?
Yeah.
They're so good. They had their inside jokes. I remember feeling so small in front of them, and that has made a pattern of so many things in my life. I was a salesman at a company for home improvements amongst these 50-year-old men who are like multimillionaires and trying to sell with them. So these patterns, and it's no better when you start YouTube, because when you start YouTube, you're always the freshman of trying to grow through the ranks and whatnot. So I remember having that feeling hardcore until I moved out for the first time on my own with my roommates. And my roommate and I finally like had this feeling of like, I like bought a saw and some tools and like started building things. And I think it's little things like that. It's like building a shelf, or like, learning how to make salmon garlic butter to put on, all those things. And like out of nowhere, one day I just woke up. I'm like, I got that sense of it. I think, Danny, you're a couple of years older than us. I don't know if you have that.
I just turned 25. So but I don't know. I'll find myself like I'll be ready to go to sleep, and I'll just turn to my wife and be like, "We have a family. We're adults."
That's a big
like it
one.
just doesn't
That's
feel
a big
real,
one.
dude.
That's a big one, right?
It I don't know. I still feel like a high school kid or something, man. I mean, I definitely feel like an adult trapped in a kid's body over here, being like 5'3", but
no, you're like 6'3", right?
Yeah, 6'2" and 3/4. Right. You don't be adding an extra quarter inch.
Wow.
I just wanted to give you some credit here.
Yeah, people always say my chair is bigger than me. I'm like, well, Shaq has the same chair, okay? So relax. But
yeah, right. That's good.
But yeah, no, it's I don't know. I always wonder, like, when is the feeling really gonna set in?
Yeah.
You both just go out to Home Depot today, buy a saw and some wood, and do something.
I just need some power tools. Yeah.
It changes you. It really does change you.
I grew up with a dad that built the house that we grew up in.
Everything. My dad's same way.
So I've already been doing like all the handyman stuff since I was like
Yeah.
2.
That gives you a
So
sense
I
of it for sure.
so I work on my own car. I do all this stuff,
Mm,
and I've been doing that since I was young. So maybe I don't know. Maybe once we move farther away from our parents,
mm.
then it'll
Okay.
feel more.
Are you pretty close?
You
You're like down
know?
the road.
Yeah, we're still like an hour away from our parents, but
Cool.
we have our own place, and
Yeah.
but I don't know. I don't know. I'm 5'9",
Hmm.
so I feel like I go to the store and people still call me
Wow.
buddy and kid, and I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh,
I
okay."
hate the buddies. They're like, what can I do for you, champ? I'm like, I have a 401k, dude. Don't talk to me like that. I know
Exactly.
exactly what you
Yeah, I'm
mean.
like, "Dude, look at my car." "What?"
I
"Bro,
know.
chill, man."
So
Like,
that
I
is
bro.
funny. And we gotta give ourselves more credit. We don't. Our hardest critic is ourselves. And I've been driving that in
Mhm.
lately. Just like, look at what you've achieved, man. There's 100,000 people that hit a red button. There's
Yeah.
thousands of people that are buying what's in these boxes from
Yeah.
us. We've achieved so
Mhm.
much that people at our age will never dream about. I mean,
Exactly.
I
Mhm.
there's some statistic or number. I don't remember what the percentage is, but the average American man, like up until like his mid 30s or 40s, only has like a couple of $1,000s to his name because
Yeah.
he's so in debt. He's so
Mhm.
like consumed by everything else he's gotten into in a 9 to 5 job, just to like you
Exactly.
get in debt to get out of debt in life. And we have
Yep.
such freedom as creators where it's like we can pretty much wake up when we want, make a schedule. There's none of that hanging over our head of these financial problems.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And like that's a man if I've ever seen one, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like that's a manly
no,
thing to
I've
do.
seen that, I've done a lot with, I think also
What are
with
you doing?
oh, I hear somebody.
Hey, got a little guy,
Oh
little
my
man.
God!
Oh!
Little
Slow!
man.
Hey, goofball.
Oh my god.
That's so cute. I love that so much.
My god. But no, I've heard that the average 21, 22-year-old is in $30,000 in debt
More
in
than that, even
America.
sometimes too. Especially after a 4-year university,
Yeah.
we're talking like hundreds
Mhm.
of thousands. And so
Exactly.
many of my friends too, like come to. I love seeing that. That's like what I really want in the future, just like to be interrupted. Because I think one of my biggest vices as a person is being interrupted. But I've been trying to like go to very far links to love interruptions and like little moments like that you'll
Yeah.
remember when you're older.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember what the other note. So I remember I was saying. A lot of my friends too will go to 4 years. They'll
Yeah.
spend 80K on the
Yep.
degree, and then last year go, I don't know if this is for me. Switch the major, another 80K, and the cycle repeats. I switched my major
Yeah.
5 times at community college, and I was spending like
Yeah.
10K to get out of that. I can
Mhm.
only imagine what it is for people that spend 80 plus K.
Oh, so
Oh
you so
God.
you I don't really know too much about your history, Doc.
Right.
How old are you and what did you do out of high school and like what,
Yeah. I'm
you know?
22 now, and
Mhm.
out of high school, I decided I was going to be a pharmacist because all of my family is like big into medical stuff and whatnot,
Yeah.
and I love science, love math and stuff. So went into pharmacy school, and at the time, I had been 3 years deep into being a salesman for home improvement products. So I was really
Yeah.
working on people skills and stuff like that. And then I switched my major 5 times. I went from pharmacy
Oh my
to
goodness. Wow.
radiography, and my
Yeah.
parents were so frustrated with this radiography. And then I was like, you know what? I made it to radiography, top ranking program. You had to test into it. 3 months deep into schooling, we start clinicals. I'm like, I hate hospitals. Oh my gosh. I realized that they stink. People are angry. I just couldn't be around every day. So I was like, okay, let me do computer science from home. And I was like, I'm terrible at math. I suck at math. And the prerequisites are like that. So I was like, something easier would be maybe cybersecurity, where it's less math oriented. And I was like, you know what?
Mhm.
Business sounds cool. So I switched all these times, and then finally, the opportunity that came for me is I have a close friend named Pro Hennis. I don't know if you guys know him; he's a big Fortnite
Yeah.
creator, another one of the Carnage guys. And there was an opportunity where we were just mutuals that played Fortnite together when we streamed. He mentioned that his editor had gone out of town that week or something like that. I was like, "Oh, let me do your video. Let me do the video for you." He's like, "Okay, man, we'll try it out." We had teased at this before, but I did the video for him. It did great. We loved it. And so we got into a full-time rhythm of making
Yeah.
videos, like 7 a week for good money. And then I just completely left college because of his act of like trust in me. And
Yeah.
so it's so cool because I just hired my first editor, and
Yeah.
now he's making livable wages off of
Yeah.
it. So how it comes around. But becoming an editor, which I had done on Fiverr before, now full-time led me into working for Nerd Out. I worked on Ninja projects. I worked for Lachlan and Laserbeam, Muselk, Sniper Wolf, Amaranth, like all these names slowly started to trickle up one by one. I built this resume, and that's what I was doing full-time on top of all this stuff. But then it hit differently in, I think, probably the beginning of 2020 when I posted a video where I mixed all the GFUEL flavors together. I mixed them all. That was the first video that went to the moon. And then you know what YouTube does when something goes to the moon. Everything goes to the moon almost when you start to post similar content. So I took that momentum and you started doing the merch. You started doing little side things with GFUEL. And that's how I made the transition from businessman, pharmacist to living with his roommate and cat, drinking GFUEL on the internet every day. So it's crazy. And a lot of the sabbatical period, the Sabbath I went on, was just reflecting on that. And like, because you don't give yourself credit sometimes for the story.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's a crazy 4-year story. Like, who in the world is living that? Most people are just getting done with college now, trying to figure out where to pivot. And all three of us here, you are married with a kid and you have a full-time income and a following. Shock lives with his girlfriend and has a house off of it with an awesome office. We all have such supportive communities. I'm growing so much in my personal life, spiritual life. It's like we have the opportunity to think about things that matter deeply now. It's so cool. So yeah, that's the story.
Man. Yeah. Did you guys ever think that, because I have, growing up, I had so many friends who are like, yeah, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to do this.
Right.
Yeah.
But like nobody really takes it seriously. Like I feel like, because you were asking about how my mom kind of reacted to it.
Yeah.
She, I feel like my parents have always had the mentality where they're like, if you're going to do something, just don't half-ass it, you know?
Right. Full in.
And so,
right. That's good.
Yeah. And so my mom was just like, hey, like, at first it was a lot of like, almost like a pipe dream. Like you're thinking like, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then like things start actually happening. And, she's definitely proud of me. So
I know. I remember the first stream you rated me with I think you rated me with 50 at the time or something like that. And you came into my Fortnite stream and she was like, that's my son. And she was so happy about it. That was the most warming thing.
Yeah,
so cool.
She's awesome. They're coming to visit soon, so maybe I'll feel like an adult then when my parents come to look at my place. And
I made a promise to my dad when I the day one of my YouTube channel. I made a promise to him. We sat in the kitchen. My dad's old school Southern man, so he don't really get a lot of the new age kid stuff. And I was like, Dad, I'm going to do YouTube full time one day. And he was like, all right, that sounds good. Dismissing it or whatever. I said, no, look at me in the face. There's going to be a day when I have a wife and a house and a full made table of food that I bought with YouTube. And we're going to sit there and we're going to invite you. I'm going to look at you in the face. I want to remind you of this conversation. And I haven't mentioned to it once since then, but I feel like that day's coming soon. I just look at him across the table. I'm like, that was that video that paid for that one and that one. Yeah. So what a blessing.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I get what you mean talking about, everything that you've accomplished and stuff. Sometimes I feel like sometimes you kind of, especially when you're tired or things are tough, you're really grinding out stuff. It's easy to take things for granted. And
you know what, even more than that too, it just becomes so much of your identity that you forget that it's a good thing. You're like, this is just who I am. I just do this. Yeah. But I saw a video yesterday that got me in my feels where I got a big congratulations for Twitch partner. And people are talking about all sorts of stuff that more than us making good content, we're making a safe space for people to meet people. And that's something that's so life-giving. I know a couple of people who have met their significant other through a Twitch video game live stream of mine. Yeah. What an opportunity that is to give people that floor. And what you create, that's what gives me life, is seeing people go, these are my best friends now. And that's my significant other. They live together. You're like, if I didn't stream that day, what would have their future been like, right? That's crazy.
I like when I raid people and then all of a sudden I'll pop into their stream later on, maybe a couple weeks or something like that, and somebody from my community is modding for their channel. Yeah. It's so cool. Everything's all connected, It's really neat.
Yeah, it's like an interconnected web at this point. Yeah. I'll see a lot of your people from TikTok even in my chat when you raid me for a couple weeks after. You'd be like, tell Danny to respond. I haven't pooped in 3 weeks.
Oh God,
or something stupid like that. Whole meme is so funny. It's like, it's been 5 weeks, Danny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they like those skits.
so
I haven't
funny.
done one in a while. Those are a lot of work, to like keep the running jokes going, but keep them different. And skits are
Yeah,
so
like I
different.
love how you do the mods. You like the
Yeah.
POV of the mods. Like, can I kill this kid? Like,
Yeah, like the kid won't stop asking for a giveaway or something. Yeah,
yeah, something
but
stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the flip side of dealing with. Let's talk about the other side of it too. Like, what have you had any serious lows where you were questioning it yet at all? Because I know you've been on a pretty big high of a lot of stuff most of the time.
So for me, there was the time that I officially was like, all right, this is my job. I'm doing this for a living
Yeah.
now. When I got the phone call that there was an assistant director on, I think, the spinoff of Blackish.
Hmm.
I can't remember what it was called, but he was like, hey, things are opening back up. I got a spot here for you. You're the first one I called for this production assistant job. We start in 2 weeks. And I was just like, I like froze for a moment. I was like, I have to make a decision right now, because when he says that I'm
Oh
the first one he called,
wow.
somebody is going to take this spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, you know what? I had some stuff, with social media kind of work out, and I think I'm going to keep doing that. And he was just like, all right, man, that's awesome. Like, it's good to see you make something out of this. A lot of people
That's
are
awesome.
hurting for work and stuff. So that's good, man. You always got a job here. So, but then literally like a week after that, there was like the biggest drop I've ever seen. Like, I think my viewer base on Twitch cut in half. It was like the
Wow.
first real wave of people going back to school and work.
Yeah.
Those always
Yeah.
hit different. The August and like
Yeah.
December range are very different times.
But it was it definitely had me questioning for a moment. I was like, did I make the right decision? Should I call that guy back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I know how you feel with that boat.
yeah, I'm glad I did what I did, because I could have easily taken like the safer route. It would have been less. Honestly, I think I'd be definitely less financially secure though, because a production assistant job does not pay
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
right. Exactly. I mean, how much you make is very dependent upon you and your effort, really, with this job.
Yeah,
You're
it's-
always going to be financially secure if you're really putting your best foot forward. At our points, maybe, I feel like a lot of people are very upset because they're smaller, they're not making good, consistent money. But once you have a
Yeah.
following, I mean, like, your reach is your reach, man. You're always going to make what you need to make if you just keep doing good things,
yeah.
Yep.
like innovative
Yeah.
things as well.
Yeah. No, I'm really surprised how many it really is insane how many people that I see are doing streaming or YouTube. Well, mainly streaming full time with only like
Yeah.
2,000
On
followers
Twitch. On Twitch too.
and they're doing streaming full time, and I'm like, wow, like
And then you get the comments
it's
of like, why am I not
insane.
growing? I'm like, well, there's no algorithm, man. You can't. It's
Yeah.
engineered so you
So-
don't grow.
But yeah, I was just saying that I'm very surprised how many people are doing Twitch full time. I don't know. Like, I didn't really start much on Twitch, so I don't know too much about Twitch.
Yeah.
But I see people with 2,000 followers, and they have 800 subscribers on Twitch. They're doing
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay. So that's what you're saying.
So that's what I'm
Amazing.
saying is small
Okay.
community, but very strong on Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Very strong. And I see a
That's
lot
a
of
good
people
point.
with a small community making an income, a full-time one,
Mhm.
It's
I know
really
growing
insane.
is the point, but there is something unequivocally special about 30 to 50 viewer chats that just
Yeah.
have so much closeness to it. And I would
Exactly.
argue people with that size are half the time more financially stable than people with hundreds of viewers,
Definitely.
because you lose the connection, which makes the experience so good.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly. 100%,
I know
yeah.
people who just they bounce around community to community until they get bigger and just find a new
Mhm.
home when it's smaller.
I've tried so hard. That's been my main focus, is to just like, no matter what's going on, I want to
Interact.
still read as much of the chat as I can.
Mm.
Exactly.
I had to finally change my channel points rewards, because people were like, you missed my hoya. And I'm like, oh
no.
gosh,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I have handstand time, so I miss handstands. I'm like,
But yeah, no, it's definitely gotten harder to keep the interaction going. It's for my mental health
Yeah.
too, because if you're spending all day trying to read every message and respond to everything, it's a lot.
TikTok seems to thrive off of you responding too. The
So-
more you respond and write the
Yeah,
back.
I definitely have kind of. My videos are almost, I would say 90% of them are responding to comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing.
Mhm.
But with Twitch, because I want your guys' take on this, because I've been wondering about it.
Yeah.
Because people are like, Twitch needs more discoverability. They need this, they need that. I almost feel like if they turn on discoverability and then like it's so much easier for people to grow on there, it's almost gonna like hurt the platform. Because I think that's part of the magic is that you have to work your ass off to grow a following on there. You can't just stream and then that's it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got some varying takes on it for sure. I think that they won't introduce something crazy until YouTube is a threat. They won't.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no reason for them to, because the formula has worked to this point. They're the most watched site for it. But I do like the fact that they're throwing us a bone and making it like, if you have what they call the boosts, and those new boosts are very cool things. But I also agree in the sentiment of like, I don't know, man. If you're just focused on being a Twitch streamer and you do have success on Twitch for a while, there's nothing guaranteeing that success is going to carry you through like years. And so it's almost good because it forces you to make more than one platform where you're succeeding. If my Twitch falls off tomorrow, I still have my main YouTube channel and all my merch that I sell that can pay my rent for me for the next 6 months. But the thing is, this is the word. It's diversity in many areas. It's dipping into niches that you don't even know you need to tap into yet.
Yeah.
And that's why I started a second channel now where I watch anime and I react to things. So it's like there's another dip into it. And the more you do, the better. But sometimes I know you guys probably relate. I have what my mom would say, biting off more than I could chew, or spreading myself thin because I have so many ambitions, but so little time. Yeah. And so I think what my practice lately has been is to walk slow and just try to physically force myself to do one thing at a time. I had the conversation last night where I was like stressed because I took my sabbatical, my comeback to all this stuff. And what I'll do is if there's 10 things on my to-do list, I'll drag one from each and just start working on bits at a time, when realistically I should be working on one at a time until they're done.
One at a time.
And if you do the little pools, it just builds this stress. And you're like, oh, there's so many tabs open now. So I don't know. I agree with you completely with the Twitch thing. I think you should be forced to grow somewhere else because it's secure. That's what the full-time job is.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's the same thing with me. You know, oh my goodness. It's just, you know, I streamed tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And in order to, I was planning on making a video. I was planning on responding to all my emails, responding to all my comments, responding to my Twitter, shipping out packages. I do a lot of GFUEL giveaways.
Shipping is, oh my God, dude. I sent 245 out in 2 months. The UPS lady hated me.
Oh
she had one of those like,
dude.
she had one of those like old lady walks too. She was like walking up. She's like, sweetie, what you got again? And so she was mad.
I know. The person at the USPS here, it's like, are you one of those YouTube people?
Yeah. Especially when you give them out in these like colorful you do like I got this inspiration from you because I knew you did that. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah, I saw baggies. You're the first person that has started to do what I do, the samples.
Right. Yeah, nobody else does it.
Yeah, nobody else does it. And
like the little bags make it so easy because you don't have to send out a whole tub.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend, if I buy my stuff on Sticker Mule. I buy stickers of the supplement label, because if it doesn't have any label at all saying what it is, it can get you in trouble with the United Postal Service.
So you just take the individual flavor and print it out.
So it doesn't have to be the flavor itself, but just the ingredients, the label that's on the back of the tub. I make stickers of those and put them on each bag. So that's then cool. if it's opened up by the customs or anything, or they know what it is, because you can get in trouble and it can be thrown away if there's no information about it. So that's something I learned. Yeah.
But I always film myself doing it too. I don't know if you do that or not, but like I always put a camera up every time I fill bags up, and I have this whole library of me just in case people are like, oh, what is this? Like, oh, I have proof. You'll know exactly what it is.
No, I mean, you're fine. If they
will
test
never
it,
happen.
If the FBI is it's just it's gonna come back as GFUEL, so it's okay. You know, it's not that big of a deal. But I have had samples thrown away because people were suspicious, or parents.
Well, I had one guy had the cops called on him.
Me as well, like 5 times.
Okay, that's way more. That's
Well, I've been doing it for a while,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the cops were called. They took a look at it because the mom was like, "What is this, little Timmy?"
Oh no!
You
Oh,
know?
it's the worst fear.
Yeah.
It was a boss for me of somebody that worked at an auto mechanic place and saw it, and he called the cops to the workplace.
Oh
Was
my
like,
God.
"What is this?" His name is Yatsik, and he was like, "What's this Yatsik?" He was like, and he starts laughing. He's like, "Oh no, that's Phraseberry or something."
Yeah, right.
It's sour blue
I
chuck
felt
rug.
so bad.
Oh my
So that's
God.
when I started using the bags.
I've just
Yeah.
been giving away the packets, so it's never really been
Yeah, that's
an
super easy
issue.
too.
Yeah, well, that's the downside, and that's where the demand comes from, right? There's no packets of Scorpion Sting yet.
Yeah.
People want to
True.
try
Pink
it,
Drip,
you
all the new
know?
ones.
Exactly.
Do we have a favorite flavor from everybody today? I know what mine is.
Wampa
For
fruit.
sure. I shatter. Oh, Wumpa fruit?
Wumpa
Yeah.
fruit.
Yeah.
Wumpa fruit for both of you.
Yeah.
Really?
I just ordered
like
another
it.
tub because I'm worried they're gonna stop selling it.
So good. But
Yeah,
no,
right.
Ice Shatter is my top 5 right now. I just made a new video on it. That's why it's so hard to think of your top 5 as what we do because there's so many.
It always changes too.
But I just retasted the flavors and I got this good mentality of what they are. Phase X, Ice Shatter, Wumpa Fruit, PewDiePie, and Shiny Splash. Top 5.
I was
right
always
now.
a Starfruit fan too. I don't know if it's just because I'm such a
yeah.
big fan of Butters herself because we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
But it's so good.
Yeah, stuff
Really, yeah, definitely.
If you had your own flavor tomorrow, Danny, what would you get?
Dude, I want something that tastes like Baja Blast. Like I don't know what I would call it.
That's good.
I made Baja Blast once for a video.
I think I mixed something like that.
I think I mixed Tropical Rain and something else.
Tropical Rain's my
It
least
tasted like it?
favorite, other than mystery
Yeah,
flavor. Mystery flavor is trash.
It tasted very close. Tropical Rain and something else, but it tasted just like Baja Blast without the carbonation.
Gotta find out what it was. I gotta know.
Yeah.
So I
It's
can make
amazing
it.
how many flavors too by themselves are not my favorite, but when mixed, so
Yeah.
good. So like mystery flavor by itself, not it, but put some pink lemonade in that. You got a pink starburst. It's blow your mind.
Yeah.
I've been addicted to bubble gum. Like when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know about this, and then like I just found myself going for it. It's good.
Yeah.
Bubble gum and snow cone is my favorite mixture. It's really good.
Snow cone's pretty good.
But
okay. So it was Tropical Rain and Lemon Lime.
Oh, they don't make the lemon lime anymore, huh?
Yeah, it's made
vaulted.
the same color
Vaulted,
too.
Yeah, I mean, I would ask your partner manager. It's amazing how many things they have in stock there. I know nobody liked the lychee or mystery flavor, so my friend Lucy got like 5 tubs just sent out.
Yeah.
So you guys have a partner manager, so like you'd have a specific person.
I know.
I think
what
I go
scenario
through.
You're in.
Yeah, I go through.
You're in an org.
Yeah, so I go through the CEO of my team.
When I left my org, when I left Carnage Clan, I got individually connected to somebody different.
Yep.
Are we allowed to say who we have? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
We are.
Yeah.
I think so, right? I have Wes. Yeah. You have Daquat, Shock.
No, I have Mike.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Or Sins.
I had Deathly for the longest time. He's so good.
Yeah. He's on Twitter, right? I think he follows me.
Yeah, Deathly was in Carnage back in the day when he was smaller, and then he got a job from them, left, and became a Twitch partner, and like now manages so much at GFUEL. Yeah. But Wes is such a down-to-earth guy. So cool. But yeah, I would say just ask for like your own individual, because I remember what it was like being in an org. That was like only a downside because they didn't have a direct connection.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into that. It's all still new to me. Like Pink Drip shipped, but I didn't get it yet. So I'm like, man, like I'm still waiting to do the review. I don't know how. I'll probably have to talk to the CEO and be like, hey, I'm trying to do these reviews. Like I see if we can work something out where I can get these sooner.
Yeah,
they'll speedline it for you for sure if you need a review out.
But
that's exciting stuff, though, dude.
Yeah, it's still really new. So
yeah,
it's exciting.
Yeah, Danny, I could definitely help you out with that. Just send me a message. But you should be on the list for every flavor with your following. 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 million on TikTok individually. 100%. Yeah.
So, Duck, how excited are you about this sour green apple? Because I know you said you loved green apple.
I know. If I were going to get a flavor like a year down the road or two, that would be it. But yeah, it's going to be so good of a flavor. And everybody keeps asking me. I'm telling you what, man, I've never seen Twitter light up more because it happened on like the day I got to my rest of like my Sabbath period, and my phone blew up, and I had to turn my phone off because everyone's like, they took your flavor. I was like, guys, it's okay, it's fine. So yeah, that's apparently on the way, and got a little skit ready for it. So I want to do more of those.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Summit's getting his own flavor too, right? At some point.
Yes.
There's been some leaks. There's been some leaks.
Because they had a contest. Right?
Yeah, it's orange creamsicle for Summit.
I feel like
I've heard about some other leaks in the last couple of days that I was told not to talk about, but some new flavors sound pretty good.
Yeah, I saw that too. That's apparently, yeah.
It was like apparently such a big leak. They were like, don't talk about it. Stop. If you see it, don't interact with it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's just some of it's fake, some of it's real. So it's just,
But they've been killing it with the flavors lately.
Definitely.
It's a lot of good flavors.
Yeah. I just don't know. I mean, I remember back in the day, we would get some every so often. Like I remember when Bahama Mama came out for me, that wasn't a personal favorite, and a couple others. But since the last year has come about, there's not been something where I don't rate it at least like a 7 or higher.
Yeah.
And that's like, which for one thing, I'm like, dang, YouTube thinks I'm just really biased. But I'm like, no, it's really just good, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get accused of it all the time on TikTok. They're like, you just rate everything because you're sponsored now. And I'm like, no, man, like go back and look, like Moon Pie.
And even if I was, would it matter?
I swear.
Yeah, that's the only one that's the recent one that I gave a low rating was Moon Pie. I think that
Moon Pie was low
mixed
for me too.
them. I mixed Moon Pie and Spicy Demonade for a TikTok because I just liked it, and I was like, yeah, this is a 1 out of 10, dude.
I got inspired by you did something where you bought the spin wheel. And so I bought a spin wheel too, and I filled up the bags and taped them to it. So I just rip it off and put the bags. And that was great promotion for the giveaways.
Yeah.
So I think I got the same thing, like spicy moodinade or something really terrible.
Yeah, it's
vile.
Some of them I'm surprised like how good they are, the mixtures, and then some of them I'm like, man, that should have tasted good, but it just doesn't,
Yeah.
It's not as good as I thought.
Anything Tropical Rain for me just doesn't really hit.
Yeah.
Tropical Rain formula is better than it was back in the day.
Yeah, and then I did have the TikTok kind of blow up where I mixed every single flavor together for 1 million, and that didn't taste as bad as I thought it would.
Something about it, like it's a good shock nose too. It's like a once a year, maybe twice a year thing that just always carries you for like 3 months, 4 months because it's so good. Hey, my partner manager said hi in chat as well. He's such a good guy, man. I love working with Wes. So yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, but no, it's cool seeing like my community has just gotten so much more involved with the GFUEL stuff since I got sponsored or partnered,
Yeah.
I did a bunch of giveaways for my birthdays, so that I got those all sent out and stuff. It was interesting.
How you feeling after that stream?
I paced myself. Like the last 2 24-hour streams I did, I was just slamming GFUEL, and I'm like, this is not.
Oh my God.
This is like 1,000 milligrams.
So this is your third.
Yeah, this is my third one, and like I think I had like 3 or 4 servings of GFUEL. I didn't crack into a can. That's my secret weapon.
Okay.
You crack into that, it wakes you up.
I mean,
my God.
I remember the first time I had a can, I had an empty stomach, and it was given to me in Texas.
Oh my God.
And I drank the whole thing because it was so good. And I was like,
oh my God.
That's the problem.
Dude.
It tastes so good, but it's double the caffeine.
You have to have something in your
gotta
stomach.
Pace yourself. Yeah. But no,
For real.
It went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Because the last 2, I was just exhausted, man. Like
I know what you mean.
You wouldn't think that like talking to chat and playing video games would be that tiring, but after 24 hours, your brain is fried.
Mentally drained.
24 hours, Danny. Wow.
I stopped at my 4th one. I did 4 altogether, and it's hard. You just gotta stop at some point because your brain melts.
I have a buddy who did a 48-hour stream because he did a subathon and didn't think that it would go that far, And I'm just like, dude, I don't know how. He's like, well, you hit a second wave like 30 hours in. And I'm just like, no, I'm good. That's too much.
I felt second wins before him.
Because for me,
it got to a point. You go ahead.
For me, it's like I have to plan the TikToks out, if any YouTube videos, the podcast, because I do it Saturday, Sunday usually. And the podcast usually posts Sunday morning. So I had to like make sure on Friday that I have like 10 TikToks ready because the last thing I want to do after a 24-hour stream is make 5 TikToks, so it's a lot of planning.
I remember there was a point because I was playing Fortnite on my very last one, and so it was my birthday as well, and I had like been up for hours before to celebrate, and so it was about 32 hours of being awake. But right at the tail end, we started a Fortnite game, we went in, and then we ended it all of a sudden, and I had 15 kills. I was like, I unconsciously just carried a lobby and like got to the end. I don't remember a single thing about it. I don't remember getting there. I just remember hearing them go, "Woo, we won!" I was like, "What?" I just lived through a whole period of time. I wasn't even there. Then I rested. I slept for 26 hours or something
Oh my
stupid like that.
God, bro.
Gone for
Yeah.
a whole nother day. Like went through mental psychosis that night. I was like,
Yeah.
never again, unless it's for something big like charity. But I don't know. That
Yeah.
stuff is hard on your
What do you guys
psyche.
think about what do you guys think about Fortnite right now? Because honestly, okay,
6 months clean.
It's like it's a
I
drug.
jumped on one solo game last night at the end of stream, and honestly, I came in second place, and it's the most hyped I've been and heart pumping in so long. You know, that solo, the chat is encouraging you. Come on, come on, come on. You know, I was like, I was like, wow, I kind of miss this a little bit.
I'm scared to touch it again because I feel like I'll feel the same way and fall into this loop that's just toxic for me.
Exactly.
Because it starts that way, and then 3 months down the line, you're so depressed because of the game and how it works.
Exactly. Yeah, and everybody in the chat is just like, no, Fortnite, no. So
no Fortnite, no.
No, I feel like even if I did enjoy it again, I almost can't play it because the community is just gotten
It's
this
toxic. It's
I-
toxic.
I can't.
You should see the difference between my chat then and now. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just different people.
Yeah. I can't do customs on that game. Like, I can do it on Warzone, no problem. But customs in Fortnite, I just end up having the whole lot. Like, I'll even hide my screen, and people will like. It's like they can tell which way the wind's blowing or something by listening to it. And they can just find me.
I respect a lot of people in life that I've met, but there's only one person I respect more than just a little bit above everybody else. It's my roommate, because he and I made a strategy for partner, and his was a part of doing customs, and mine was a part of these giveaways. And we kind of both put it into effort. But when I say that man looked beat down for 2 months or 3 months, that man looked beat down. He'd come downstairs like, I'm just tired today, man. It just does something to your psyche to get stream sniped all day and like danced on.
That's
for hours.
The way that I've gone about doing custom games now is on Warzone. Well, because if I do anything involving guns, people just come find me and kill me. But if I I do this thing, I do cars and fists only. So like you can't use helicopters, because we had that too when we first tried it. It was like vehicles and fists only, and then somebody just drops a helicopter on like 10 cars and we all blow up.
Oh my God.
But no, we just like run around and it's like demolition derby almost, and like the cars will glitch out, and it's kind of a gamble because sometimes you'll hit somebody's car and it'll do like no damage, and then another time it'll like do half damage.
Blow it up.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's that's like the only customs I do anymore. But
the core of who I am is story games, and so playing things that have a good lore to it and doing it alone. I am such a natural introvert, and so I might come off as an ambivert or a little bit more of the spectrum of extro, but I am naturally alone and like to play games. That's how I lived my life as a kid. So playing these games, when I transitioned from Fortnite to story-based games of like The Last of Us or Spider-Man, it was terrifying. And like viewership got cut. I mean, it went from like 50, 60, almost partner average to like 15 again and 20 and like half, which is still really great. But then slowly over time, it started to progress, especially with giveaways. And now when I just got off of, obviously you rated me today, but when I was playing Uncharted 4, it's like in the 80s and 90s, you're like, dude, this is the core of who I am. And I get to do this. I get to play these games and react. I think people, especially because of the reaction channel I made, they want to see reactions more than anything.
Yeah.
Like, how do you react to that scene or that scene?
Yeah.
I love story games.
I've always tried so hard to not play the same game all the time.
Yeah.
Like when I first kind of started out, I was playing Warzone like 90% of the time. And so like when I kind of changed it up and just started playing all the shooters, I did see a little dip, but then it kind of gradually went back up, and now it feels like I can play whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
you make a name for whatever you're known for. So now you're known for any variety, like shooter game, and now I'm known for like any game. It's like you come for the experience of who you are. I mean, when I enter into your TikTok live system, anyways, I'm like drawn to it because I'm like, oh, will little man come by, or like, will his wife come in and be like, babe, try this now? Like,
you know what
I mean?
The TikTok live thing is so weird. They have such weird rules. Like, apparently you're not supposed to have children on there. Like, because I've been falsely banned on TikTok live like 5 times. One of them was a ban till like July of next year. And like, I appealed it, you know, but people can just in mass falsely report you, and then all of a sudden you're banned. And like you have to wait for somebody to manually review it. So I couldn't stream on TikTok live for like 3 days at one point, 'cause I was waiting for somebody to review it. But yeah, I've been scared to show him on the TikTok live because apparently he can get banned for that. So sorry to burst your bubble, but he'll probably not come in on the
You'll
TikTok
see the
live.
videos with him.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Or like he'll come in and say hi to Twitch, and I'll turn the camera. But and it's funny because then the TikTok live starts freaking out. They're like, "Little man's in here, but I can't see him," and I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Yeah, sorry, I can't do it. I'm getting banned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
wholesome.
I'm super paranoid that one of these. I really hope it never happens. I'm paranoid that like I'm gonna go to use the bathroom and my wife's gonna be doing something with the dog, and he's just gonna walk in and just like start
hi
streaming on
guys. Oh
Yeah.
no. Yeah, that would be absolutely. He seems like he has so much energy, like freaky amount of energy.
That's why people are like,
saw
give
your
him
face drop
give
when
him
you
G
said that.
Fuel, and I'm like, are you kidding me, dude?
No.
Like 1, he's 3, but 2, that kid doesn't need any G Fuel at all, dude.
3, he's that energetic. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So vocal. That's what I want my kids to be like, loud and vocal.
Yeah, it's fun seeing him like say new words and stuff. You pick it up here and there, like that's a new word. He learned how to say whatever.
Achievement unlocked. Yeah.
He's really good at saying G Fuel.
Yeah. Nice.
That's awesome, yo.
But yeah, no, I was gonna
Cool.
say it. The state of games right now is kind of stale, man. There's like
no, it's been really difficult for.
I feel for you guys with it because I think those games are all stale, but varieties like I've never touched this before.
Like the
last I remade too.
Sorry, go ahead, Chuck.
I've always been a streamer to dedicate myself to a certain game at least for a certain amount of time.
Same.
Like, dude, I only streamed Fortnite for like 1 to 2 years.
That was 3 years. The first 3 years of me too. I know what you mean.
I remember when I first started streaming Fortnite. See, original season 1, 2, 3. I had almost 9,000 viewers on YouTube.
Yeah, that was like peak Fortnite days too.
Peak Fortnite.
I call it the Fortnite boomer era because of the fact that so many YouTubers were made. You guys ever heard of Maddie and F before?
Yeah,
she's a female Fortnite creator.
I remember her.
Maddie and I made our YouTube channels like 4 days apart from each other, but I went to play Slenderman and other variety games, and she went to play Fortnite, and she went massively up in like the thousands of viewers range instantly. So we had so many people made off that Fortnite era. And I don't know if we will ever see. That was a different time, man. Just people could stream Fortnite, and it was hungry for it.
Yeah.
So hearing you had 9,000 does not surprise you because it's like it was a boom.
No, it was insane. I think I gained 20,000 subscribers that night. With those streams.
Night. Wow.
Yeah, because it was the season 3 release night. So I had a countdown and everyone was excited and it was ridiculous. But, you know, a year in, it was like 50 viewers. And then when I was really dragging the Fortnite, it was like 30, 40. And then, Call of Duty Cold War just came out. So I started grinding zombies because I really love zombies. That's one of the first games that I got into. And I was getting probably like 200-300 viewers in December.
Yeah.
And it was really well. Like YouTube has a really good discoverability. So I was getting like, 50 to 300 subscribers a stream of new Cold War Zombies fans that found my stream on YouTube. And then January, I tried Twitch, was kind of a bad decision because I cut off that Cold War fellowship, and I've come back to Cold War, and I'm kind of up back there, but now I'm getting burnt out on Cold War. So now I'm like, what do I do?
Cycle. I mean, something happened in
you know?
YouTube. We don't know. I don't know exactly if they like bumped up the discovery or something in the months of like August to December. But my roommate was streaming Fortnite for 3,000 people every day with 80,000 subscribers. Yeah. And so it was like something happened in that time period that they stopped around like January. So now that viewer count discoverability is so gone. And I think it's just YouTube's little like touch and hand. I'm like, okay, we're playing with this. This is how dangerous it's going to be in the future. Yeah. So I see such a future for YouTube streamers, but I think if you can make such a core community on Twitch and keep it, it's going to carry you for so long on the platform.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
It's a huge debate right now when people are like,
culture. It's culture.
What do you stream on? Do you stream on YouTube or Twitch? And for me, it's like, being at where I am right now, to go over to YouTube, it's just it doesn't make sense for me because it's once you get to a certain point, it's like you you are the platform at like you have a certain percentage of the viewers and stuff. But I have a buddy who he could definitely apply for partner, but he doesn't want to because you get locked into that 2 years where you can't stream. He has
2
been killing it.
years?
Yeah, I think it's 2 years where you
Wow.
can't stream on anything else. Because I think they treat it as like a probation period, and then after the 2 years, if you're still doing well, then they'll offer you stuff. But he's been killing it with the YouTube Shorts. Like I think he gained.
YouTube Shorts is interesting. See, I think I have a take on this in particular with YouTube Shorts and TikTok in general. But let's on the core level, before you are well known on TikTok, let's take it like this: everybody blows up on TikTok with one video at some point. And it's intentional, right? It creates this syndrome of fame that will keep you on the platform nonstop. So you post like 5 videos and one of them gets 100,000 views. All of a sudden, you're ready to tell Twitter about it. And you're ready to tell your mom and dad that you've made it. But in reality, there's no monetary value there.
Yeah.
And so that just keeps people on the platform. And people like you, Danny, who have just continued to push through it will have the long-term success. But I feel like a lot of people get this fame syndrome from this 1 or 2 popular videos, and YouTube sees that and they go, we can capitalize on this and not pay them anything. You don't make any money from 1 million views. They're paying you nothing, getting you on their platform and making content.
I think they're talking about turning it on though. And when that happens, I think it's gonna pay way more than TikTok will. I will be totally transparent right now. I make about anywhere from 200 to 300. I think the most I've made is like 350 in one day on TikTok. But I post 5 videos a day, and
it's
like it's taken me a while to like ramp it up. But if YouTube, because I think it comes down to about $30 per million views on TikTok. So there's some days where like that first day I don't really get much, and then the next day I have a video do well, and it causes those ones from the day before to take off a little bit.
Wow.
So it's all like momentum and stuff, and YouTube is just a whole different beast with their algorithm. So
that's so much more of a reach too. There's more people out there on YouTube than the TikTok. So it's exciting to see.
Yeah. But with Google, I assume it's just going to be so much more, just like, what do you call it? CPM or I don't know,
CPM.
the YouTube lingo.
You guys want to see something? There we go. A little bit of fire. See that? Got a little fire. You and me together.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's for you, Danny. Here you go, dude. Take that.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Shock. I got another one for you, Shock, somewhere. I've been doing that in my chat, and they're like, "Bro, what?"
Just whip out magic out of nowhere.
Yeah, out of nowhere. Right now, they're like, "Who? What?" It's so funny. So yeah, little things like that.
You distracted me. I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't even know.
That's the point. Now you're focused on me. See.
But yeah, no, Shock.
We're talking about how much money you make.
I know you. I know you reached out about it because you said that you're starting to get decent views on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
A little bit, Shock.
Oh,
I've seen you posting more. Yeah, I've seen you posting more.
Well, yeah, mostly my car is what gets a lot of views on TikTok, but with winter, I can't really make videos on the car. Like, I mean, I was getting like, dude, I was getting like 250,000 views, 500,000, almost 1 million with these car videos. But it's just hard with winter because I can't really clean the car. I can't post any videos on the car, but
12 inches of snow outside. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, maybe TikTok is really interesting because I feel like you can have 1 million subscribers on TikTok or 1 million followers, and then it's hard to get that community to like
transfer.
Move over.
Unless
to
you're
your
as
YouTube.
Active as Danny is, I half the time never see it come over. You have to be as active as you are, or else it will just not do anything for you.
100%.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
But I don't know. I think so. I've probably done like a few million views on TikTok in the past like few months, and I think it's like $2.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The motivation for the TikTok has kind of been low, but I've been starting to do some GFUEL stuff, like making my GFUEL. It's been doing well, like 20, 30, 40, 50K views on just making my morning GFUEL. Like, so I've been trying to get into that a little bit.
Do you have an editor for your channel at this point, or do you still do everything?
No,
yourself?
I do everything myself on my channel. I think I had an editor come up to me once, and he was like, $400 a video. I'm like, are you kidding me?
No,
Bro,
I think
are you kidding me?
I think the
no
standard is like
way.
$70, right?
It's like,
Something
I
like
mean,
bro.
that.
and if you want to get really smart, I got kind of blessed in the fact that I work with somebody who lives in a part of the world where the conversion rate is much greater. And
Yeah.
so, what maybe something very small here is more than livable wage there. And then we lock into that commitment, and being able to give him a $80 to $100 range would be literally like more than a full-time job.
Mhm.
So it's so smart if you can plan around, like, work with people around the world, interact so it's best for you and best for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that's he only does reaction channel stuff too, so
it's
it's so
so
great.
hard for me too because like I've always edited my own videos, and how do you convey how you want the video to be without you editing it? You know what
It's
I
a
mean? Like
lot
how
of communication.
It's hard to give up.
at
It's hard to
first,
give up. You
and
have to have a fan of your channel make your video so
yeah,
they know it. It has to be
and
close to you.
my time is very compressed. So like all I have a lot of videos about G Fuel news. That's obviously
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm very dedicated with G Fuel, so I'll do a video about the new flavor and I'll get it up within an hour. And if I had to go through an editor and he's not on and
Right, yeah.
so
You need videos fast. It can't
yeah,
always be planned
exactly,
out.
exactly.
Then you'd end up like
So
me reporting on Green Apple like 2 days after it was announced.
Yeah.
The other thing I was gonna say is like I take inspiration from you guys so much when it comes to the G Fuel stuff.
Thank
I
you.
try so
yeah.
hard not to like copy anything you guys do.
But I think we
Um,
all really should, and not be like offended or like anything when that
Yeah.
happens. Because like, I mean, if it works, it works. Just do it, man. Don't stress.
Yeah. No,
You know what I mean?
that's something that I wanted to talk about. It's like I remember, so I've been doing like mixing all the flavors, right, for years.
Forever.
yeah.
I probably have like 8 videos on that. So, and I remember when, Duck uploaded his and it did really well.
Right.
And then I did my regular yearly
Right
mixing all
after.
the flavors. And then I
The
had all these
comments.
people, you're copying Duck, you're copying.
Don't
Bro,
this. It's like,
it's like, have you been watching my channel for years? Like, or not? Like, I have like 6 other videos of me mixing all the
and when I
flavors.
upload another one again, they're gonna say the same thing. Like, Shock
It's
just put a last one out. I'm like,
so
dude.
I think people have to realize, and we as creators, I think we have to realize this too. And I have to realize this as well myself. Yes, I started a lot of G Fuel stuff, but I'm happy. I have to learn to myself and teach that to my subscribers. I created some of this, but I'm happy for other people to take it because that's going to, at the end, grow me as well because they're growing this field. Duck
Yeah.
is continuing to grow the field. Danny is growing the field of G Fuel, and we're all growing together. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I would argue that even there was nobody else in G Fuel Hardcore before. You were the sole one, and then I came
yeah,
in. And
yep,
now, because we're both here, there's so many more people who do
exactly.
this regularly. Like, they just get
Yeah,
it, they just post a review now. I remember you being the only one. That's why it was such an appealing niche, because
yep,
it's like, nobody's doing this. Let's do this with him. And now there's so many
exactly.
people doing it after us. So it's so cool.
Exactly. Yeah. For a moment in time there, I think around Bahama Mama, Raging Gummy Fish, Nade Shot
Yeah.
flavor,
Oh,
I was the only one that posted the review. Everybody else
YouTube.
waited a month or something to get it out,
Mhm.
and that's when reviews were 250,000 views each.
Like the watermelon guy, that was like the only thing you could find is if you searched G4,
Yeah.
you found that one guy drinking watermelon.
I know
That's
what
Yeah.
you're
it.
talking about.
The one
Yeah,
with the
we all know
Yeah,
what we're talking
yeah, we
about,
all
right?
know
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
But now
about.
if you Google G Fuel, you'll see like G Fuel ramen and G Fuel Jello and
Yeah.
G Fuel reviews and like G Fuel news.
I see the people who are doing the drinking G Fuel every day till I get my own flavor, and they're like,
Yeah, Mark
yeah.
Anthony, Mark Anthony.
yeah,
Hope he
stuff like
does.
that. I was gonna say something. Oh, yeah, Shock. I have people in my community that are like, Shock. I've been watching his G Fuel videos for years. Like,
Yeah.
6 years,
how did
7
you meet
years,
him?
right? Yeah.
So
It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
no,
amazing
I
to
have some people in my chat too. They're like, "Hey, have you checked out Danny?
Yeah, I get that
I
sometimes.
saw one of your TikToks where you were watching my video.
yeah,
with
no, it was the
Little
pink
Man.
drip. Like it was
Yeah.
just where you showed the container.
Yeah,
Because my wife came in and was like, "What do you guys do?" Like checking out the new pink drip flavor. And, you commented and was like, "Hey, I see the video."
yeah, I
Somewhere-
know, and it's brought a lot of
Yeah.
people into my channel as well. they're like, hey, yo, did you see Danny Dorito on TikTok? And I'm like, yes, I have. It's insane, man. And the outreach that you've been doing for G Fuel has been crazy, dude.
For
Like,
TikTok, they needed something like that for sure on
that's
that
a lot of
platform.
eyes for G Fuel.
Like, we were the
TikTok.
pioneers of YouTube G Fuel, but you are the sole pioneer of TikTok G Fuel related content. I feel 100%. Like someone said in chat, Infinity War was the most ambitious crossover ever. Duck, hold my eye shatter with these guys. That's so good.
I didn't know until recently that like the G Fuel account on TikTok I don't think it's really run by anybody. It's kind of like passed around by creators. So like I had no idea. This whole time I'd been thinking like when are they gonna like see my stuff, and then and then all of a sudden they followed me, and then I had a buddy on the podcast who's big on TikTok too, and he was just like, oh yeah, dude, I think I was the one that followed you. And I was like, what how is this working, dude? Like,
that's so funny. But same with Respawn and other companies. They just pass it around for creators to talk about it.
Yeah, no, TikTok is interesting how things work on there. Because like you find all these accounts, like I did like the Nerf video the other day, and like I tag Nerf, and then like later on I go look and I'm like, dude, they have no content, they have no followers. So I was like, they just have this official Nerf account and they're not doing anything with it. So I think TikTok it's still very early on. I'm curious to see what kind of legs TikTok has in the future.
Yeah, I know. I talk about TikTok a lot, especially as of late, getting to know people on TikTok and like they do that. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how much of a platform you can pull if you're consistent with it.
Yeah, TikTok is one thing that taught me that TikTok is really real. And another thing about TikTok, I posted a lot of videos about my car. Like my car is a WRX STI. It's from Subaru. It's like their sport car. So I said best STI in Vermont ? And it got like 300,000 views. I went to Home Depot and 3 people were like, I saw your car on TikTok. I saw your car on TikTok. Weird. And I was like,
TikTok. You got any in-person recognitions?
Yeah, because mostly because of TikTok, because I put hashtag Vermont, hashtag New Hampshire, and it only shows my videos to people in those states. Yeah. I had people on the highway like text me on Instagram. I just saw your car. I probably had hundreds of interactions. I've had more interactions because of my car instead of me. So
you spent 7 years with G Fuel and then you post one car TikTok and now you're hawks on the road.
Exactly.
That's weird. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's weird because TikTok, since it's the way that they have it set up, it pushes it out to the people near you, and then it, based on how it does in your area, then it slowly pushes it out to the whole world. So like I've been recognized, but like people are like not sure because of the masks.
Yeah.
So like I usually get comments later on that I saw you at Walmart, I saw you at Starbucks. So it's weird.
That's surreal.
Once the masks go away, I think people are gonna come up and say hi.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure
so
right
cool.
now. And I lie about my height all the time, so they're probably like, "Is that?"
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I really miss.
He's not 6 feet tall.
He's not 6'2.5".
Yeah, I cannot believe that, Danny. Like, if I meet you in real life, dude, no way. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I
will say one of the most surreal things in content creation is meeting people you met through the internet, because they have such vivid and clear lives their own, and you didn't even know about it before. We did a video where we gave a moderator of mine a new PC setup because of G Fuel's help in December, and you go and you meet these people and you're like in where they live and you're at their house and like giving them stuff. It's so surreal. I think esports was my first introduction to that when I was with Carnage and like getting to know those guys. But especially with just like, and Wes in chat right now too was a big proponent. That's another thing we'll talk about G Fuel real quick. When there's something you need, they just do it. They don't go, okay, what's the timeline? What we need to do? They're like, okay, tell me the budget and let's go. They run with it. Like these projects that are so helpful. So shout out to them for that. Especially with new flavors too, just getting them out.
People ask me all the time, like, why do you like G Fuel so much? And I'm like, well, besides it tasting really good and having so many flavors and just, everything, like, I just love what they're doing with the content creators and that whole community and the interaction and stuff. You just don't see it from any of these other.
You would not get it from other brands.
No, 100%. The amount of it's just the amount of people that are able to do this full time because of G Fuel support.
Yes, that was my number one gateway to being by myself alone as a creator is G Fuel contract.
Exactly. That was the one thing when I got partnered with G Fuel. I think I was in senior year of high school. That's when I comfortably, like, I was doing streams and YouTube videos, and I was, getting enough to live on my own. But when it was with G Fuel, it was like, okay, I can now live by myself comfortably,
Pay for
because
freshly meals every week.
exactly. Pay for my fresh kale every day.
Yeah.
I can do it all now. So G Fuel
Yeah,
just
what a
helps
blessing.
so many people. It's insane. No other. I can't think. Is there any other companies that you think are really, really
I
close?
work with a couple other companies, and they're great, but
Yeah.
G Fuel is a life-changing company.
Yes.
They have changed the trajectory of the rest of my life because of the financial freedom they help me with.
Yes.
And that just makes me want to make more videos and more creative content for them, and like make good things on their product. And on top of that, I know we're a little biased, but it tastes really good.
Yeah.
It tastes really freaking good. And everybody that tries it says, this is my favorite. This is something for everybody. So like, man, you couldn't get that from all these other brands.
And that's another thing. Speaking of tasting really good, this is something that I will never understand is I saw you made a video on this as well, Doc, is how to make G Fuel less powdery, right?
Right.
I just made G Fuel earlier and I see no powder at the bottom. I don't know why so many people, they come up to me and they're like, I am drinking sand. I'm like,
I know.
Yeah.
Your skit was so good. And you're like, whole tub.
I put the whole tub of shiny splash in the tub. Oh,
that's
my
what
God.
that really is what they do. One mistake I find is that people have collector's boxes from forever ago, and they'll fill up a whole to-go scooper of the collector's box.
scoopers.
And that's like 3 scoops or 4 scoops.
It's a little bit. It's almost 3 scoops fully.
Wes said it's the cone. The cone is the difference because that's an extra half scoop.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, take the cone off. Or, don't fill up the cone.
Yeah.
They think you're supposed to fill the whole thing. It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, I never have a bad experience with it. I mean, if you're having a bad experience, just get a can or something, man. Just like
you know what? Also, I have a lot of videos. I do a few every year about how to make G Fuel properly. And people get so pissed at me. They're like, "Do I really need a 10-minute video on how to make?"
Yeah,
G
you
Fuel?
do because you can come to my comment section. And be like,
what is wrong with you?
I'm drinking sand. I'm like, well, you poured the whole thing in there, John.
They're like, if this wasn't a problem, this video wouldn't have 400,000 views.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
like,
point.
Bro, chill.
People want to know. People Google how to make G Fuel less powdery.
Yeah. It's just,
I get that on TikTok all the time. People like, I don't think anybody really cares about your opinion about this, man. And I'm just like, well, 400,000 people do, or else they wouldn't have that many views. Like anything, like I had the same thing happen because I had a comment. Somebody's like, "Can you do a tutorial on how to make G Fuel? Because mine's always powdery." And so like I did one, and it was one of my longer videos, and it still did really decent.
Yeah.
And there was people who were like, "Do we really need this?" And there was people who were like, "It helped me," So
yeah, it's just science. I mean, you make it warmer and it dissolves better.
You would think
they
that
just know this.
Everybody would know at this point. All of us have these videos and they have so many views. So you would think everybody in the G Fuel scene, but I guess there's thousands of people joining the G Fuel scene every day. There's always going to be more people that want to know. So, and then a lot of people are like, why are you making another video on how to make G Fuel? Because the algorithm likes it. They like a new updated video.
Yeah.
On the same thing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know it's crazy. Like every day, like on Twitch, I'll have people go, "I bought my first G Fuel today. I took your recommendation from this video and stuff." I'm like, "That's awesome!" Like it's growing like crazy, man. Like the whole G Fuel scene it's growing like crazy. I can't wait to see what happens when like all the cans, the cans are in stores everywhere and stuff. I can't wait till I can go to Walmart right here and go pick some up.
Right? Definitely.
We have a Sheetz 2 minutes from us, like walking distance, so we just go pick it up. I know, Sheetz is such a blessing.
What was the announcement?
I didn't know what that was. What was that announcement? Did they say anything about it? Big red announcement or?
I thought it was going to be something bigger, and it was just a Sheetz limited edition custom
fridge. Okay, my roommate.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
I retweeted that. I want a Sheetz.
Usually, G Fuel doesn't really do those type of tweets unless it's a flavor or something. So, but no. What do you guys? This is a good question. What do you guys want to see from G Fuel? Flavors, difference, hydration. What do you want to see next? Like, what's?
I want to get more desserts. personally. More like
Yeah.
Oreo, more like cookie, like things from milk, because milk's
Yeah.
got some things. But keep throwing sour at me, man.
Oh yeah.
Put
More
sour on it, I'll
flavors.
drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
More
my two
I
things.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
cans.
The candy flavors are really good. I think those are the ones that I get
Yeah.
asked about the most. So more candy
Yeah.
flavors.
Pink drip is pretty good, but it's a very light flavor, so you have to make
Yeah,
sure
very light.
you like that
Okay.
light stuff. But no, I agree with you. Flavors that are questionable do well for videos. Iced
Yeah.
coffee did very well for me.
I mean,
Flavors like
spicy, anything.
yeah, yep, exactly. So
People
I
are like,
think
what?
I'm so excited about creamsicle, like the
Me
orange
too.
creamsicle flavor. I think that's going to be really interesting if
Really
Phil
good.
nails it.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
because like I like Bahama Mama, but I don't know if it's just the
coconut.
inconsistency with
Yeah.
scoops. Sometimes I
Coconut
get
for
a
me
lot of
too.
coconut.
Yeah.
So
I
like
think
mixed in there.
have you guys tried the can and the tub?
yes.
Yeah.
The tub
Can's better to me.
The can has more coconut to me.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
There's a nice citrus off taste to it, though, like a little ending for me.
Yeah.
That's really
I
nice. For
definitely
it. That's like
want
the
to
saving grace.
I definitely want to see some more cans. I want hype sauce in a can.
Yes.
I think that would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think Cliff
Hype
has said
sauce.
hype sauce cans are coming.
Yes.
And then we need
Someone said in chat, cola G Fuel flavor would be really good for views too.
Yeah. Cola flavor would be good.
Cola,
really
but
good.
only in a can. Only in a can.
Yeah, without the can, it'd be kind of weird.
Yo,
But I mean, I'd review it, so
dude,
just
Yeah.
make it.
I'd
I'll
review
drink
it.
it. Make the look, G Fuel, Cliff, Wes, if you're listening, dude, just make the weirdest stuff. Okay, go like cucumber, saliva,
Dude,
like make something
yeah,
weird.
yeah.
Because I want to review that.
Cucumber lime, something like that.
Yeah,
Cucumber
something
lime.
I get down with that.
I have a lot of smoothies, and a very popular mix is like cucumber, spinach, lime, like and mango.
Oh wow,
really good, like refreshing taste to it.
Not to cut off what you're saying at all, but I've drank this much water. So how much longer do you guys want to go, or do you want me to just go use the bathroom really quickly?
We could. Me and Shock could keep talking. I was gonna ask about using the restroom real quick.
Yeah,
too.
you ask him something really
we could just
quickly. I'm
alternate.
gonna.
I don't know
I
how
gotta
long
use
you
the
guys-
bathroom.
I might
so
go to the
bad.
bathroom too. I've got my gallon jug over here.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I have a gallon too, and so I have like these little markers on it that tell you like every 2 hours to drink it. It's been so good.
Okay.
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
gonna
pause.
run y'all say weird, Wes said. Yeah, I want weird flavors. I want like scorpion pea or something.
A scorpion
Oh my
pea.
god, bro.
Yeah, like
I don't know about
something
that.
weird. You know what I mean? Weird flavors. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick.
All right, fam.
All right. But yeah, I'm excited about more canned flavors.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
some more hydration flavors here and there. I don't know how well
Yes.
those, because I get a lot of questions about those. You know.
Yep.
So.
Have you tried the new hydration formula?
So I had the Phaseberry one for the longest time, and then I got the other three, and so like I'm curious. I think
Yeah.
I'd get a better idea if I got another tub of Phaseberry hydration and compared them side by side. But
Yeah, so I have the old dragon fruit from like last year, and then a few months ago they recently they didn't say it publicly, but they did a new formula of hydration, and the new dragon fruit hydration is so good. It's so much better. It is 9 out of 10 from being close to the regular thing.
yeah, how do you rank those flavors? I don't know if I've seen you rank them. I'm sure you have. You've done everything. But...
Yeah, so the one thing that I noticed with hydration is that it's a little bit sweeter than the regular energy formula. So I like to use half a scoop for hydration instead of a full scoop.
Yeah.
Because if you put a full scoop, it can have this really, really sweet aftertaste. So I usually do half a scoop, but Phaseberry and dragon fruit are the best new hydration formulas right now.
I agree. I think those are my top two.
Phaseberry just hit different.
I'm not crazy about blueberry stuff, but the Blue Rocket Pop is good. Strawberry lemonade is good, but there's like this aftertaste or something that kind of throws me off.
Yeah, with some of the hydration, but I didn't get that with Phaseberry or dragon fruit.
Yeah,
I love the Phaseberry one.
I still don't know what it is with the hydration.
I think it's because you don't have caffeine in it. It's not as.
Do you think
I mean,
caffeine
is it the
caffeine's
lactate?
bitter? Caffeine is super bitter. Duck froze.
Right.
Okay,
Duck froze on a.
He froze for a second.
Froze on
Are we good?
Yeah,
we're good.
good.
We're good now.
I think
Hello.
we're good.
Okay. So
Yeah, that's my theory. Is the caffeine is super bitter because I've had like caffeinated gum before, and like once the flavor wears off, it's just like super bitter.
Do you think it's the fruit powders that are bitter?
No, I just mean like
in the energy formula that
so
could also cause the bitterness.
that could probably
as
cause
well.
it too. Yeah, like the extracts or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely think the caffeine causes it to not be as sweet.
Mhm.
So then when you get the hydration, it's much sweeter.
Yeah, because some G Fuel flavors like Battle Juice and I would say Battle Juice is almost 100% just like real pineapple juice. Like G Fuel does so well
it
at
smells like it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an old release too. That was originally
old,
that's a phase flavor. Think about how many phase flavors they have.
That's
insane.
Battle Juice. I don't know if you guys know this, but it was originally Tifu's flavor.
That's right. I remember tweeting out about that.
Yeah, but he left his contract or whatever, so they changed it to just a phase flavor.
I want to see Black on Blackberry come back.
It is back.
Yeah, it is back.
Cans.
Cans.
Yeah,
I would love to try
cans
it
were
in
really
can.
good.
The
cans are really good. I don't know why the cans aren't out.
That was my first step into thinking the cans were pretty good, into thinking they're great, because that was the first really great one they released.
Yeah, I don't know how the partnership things work with like the Mortal Kombat ones and the Wampa Fruit one or the Sonic one.
It's complicated.
But if the Wampa Fruit if that deal goes away, please keep the flavor. It is so good. I don't want it to go away.
Yeah,
I recommend that one to people all the time.
Have you tried the cans, Danny?
Yes.
They taste like cans. They taste like an apple cider almost.
It's good.
It's so good.
I like how the cans aren't exactly the same. I do like that. I like that they are a different experience. But the Wampa Fruit is like it's almost like golden apple pear, if I remember that flavor correctly.
Yeah.
With mango.
That's why I thought Shock wouldn't like it, because it's similar.
Oh,
I didn't think you liked golden apple pear or green apple that much. You didn't like those.
Yeah, well, I think as I grow older, my taste buds
as I mature at 21,
as I turned
21 hit something different for me.
Yeah. But no, seriously, like 5 years ago, my taste buds, they've changed. Obviously,
fast.
As you mature, you start to be like, oh, I kind of like tomatoes. I like broccoli. So I think I recently tasted golden apple pear, because a few days ago I did a video where I try all the vaulted flavors, and I tried golden apple pear, and I was like, this is actually good, and it has some of those aspects of Wampa Fruit, and I think that's why I like Wampa Fruit a lot.
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
I definitely like the flavors that kind of are like refreshing, and to me Wampa Fruit is super, like, it's almost like thirst quenching,
Exactly.
There are some more aggressive flavors. I think I see it with aggression, just like the sour in your face, like
dude, people
Chug Rug cans.
People got so mad at me on TikTok the other day because they said mix all the phase flavors, and to me, I was like, okay, the original phase flavors like phase berry, sour phase berry, those one phase X, and like you forgot sour blue chug rug, you forgot
Battle Juice,
Rage Gummy Fish,
hydration.
I'm like, damn it, I gotta redo that.
Yeah, that was a video that I did a long time ago, but that was when there was like 2 phase flavors. Now there's so many that I need to mix together. And there's ones that have gone away, so it's kind of hard to decide.
People always comment from my section like, oh, you should collab with Shock, or you should collab with someone that's doing GFUEL stuff. I'm like, I try to theorize what we could do to do anything, but unless you're in person, like mixing something for him to guess,
like a blind taste test would be cool or something.
It'd be awesome.
But set something up in the future, maybe, because that's why TwitchCon excites me.
Right? Some people.
Definitely, I went to E3 in 2019, I believe, and that was really cool. That was my first time meeting anyone in the gamer world. So I got to meet Cliff and everybody at the GFUEL booth. And
Cliff is such a guy, dude. He's such a baller too. You meet him in real life. You think he's baller, he is baller. You walk in. We went to the the GFUEL house for the Carnage 72 hour we did, and like he owns. He's got such an aura to him. It's such a cool guy. That house is insane, by the way, too.
Definitely. Cliff is amazing. Cliff is like...
You've been to the house?
Yes.
Yeah.
I went to the GFUEL house. they flew me out there and gave me a tour of the warehouse, which was really cool.
That's
So
awesome.
I got to see the warehouse. I made a video on that, and I got to meet everybody. That was amazing. You know, Cliff is one of those people where like he's one of those CEOs where if he is like, okay, that's cool, let's get it done. Bam, let's get it done. Boom.
He's a
done.
very father-like CEO too. If he knows
Yeah.
you need something, he's like got you covered. It's such a cool guy. And like people like Curse too, who were at the house for a while. Like I love Curse. He's such a down-to-earth guy. Day Quiet. I mean, Day Quiet. You can't get better than him. I mean, he's such a good guy. He's so
I'm
funny.
excited to meet these people. I haven't really.
When things open up again, and you get to go to the house and like take over the stream for a bit, dude. The streaming setup room they have is insane. It was so nuts to be able to stream there with my Carnage teammates at the time. Yeah. It was such a time. It was such a hustle time for me too, because I was a full-time editor. So I was using like the downstairs setup to edit videos and running upstairs for my shift on the stream, like making my videos and then doing B-roll shots for Elgato at the time, and like all this crazy different stuff. So what a journey.
Shock, do you want to go? You want to go use the restroom next, or?
Yeah, sure. I've been holding it.
Yeah.
You're gonna leave me. He's like, okay, so how do you actually feel about him? I'm like, this guy.
Yeah, that's Shock guy.
No, I got the wireless headset.
Oh, he can hear us. We can't get away with it.
Oh no. Yeah, that's good though.
Yeah, no, that'd be a really cool like collab to like once someday once everything's safe again to like
COVID dies down,
go do something.
I'm hopeful.
Figure that out. But
I know I feel for people even more. Like my roommate has been with a girl for a year and never been able to meet her because of COVID, and she's finally coming down soon. A year of dating, and they're gonna finally meet. So he's so excited.
The anticipation of something like that's crazy.
I know, dude. You should see
That's
his
awesome.
face when he talks about it. He's excited.
What was I gonna say? Now it's awkward because it's just me and you.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude?
So used to like the flow
bros
bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
But
roll with any questions. Speed question round, go.
Speed question round. So what game are you excited about next?
I think the thing that's on my radar more than anything right now is getting to both Breath of the Wild again, because I love Zelda so much. And this is just like on my to-do list. And I'm a humongous Kingdom Hearts nerd. So like I'm Kingdom Hearts in and out. And they're about to release it on PC in March. So that, and then there's a couple of other games I'm excited to see in the future. I'm a huge Attack on Titan fan. I don't know if you guys are big into anime or not. I think if you were like to watch episode 1 of Attack on Titan with your wife and like do the TikTok thing, that episode will jar you. And people are going to die to know what you thought about episode 1. It is a crazy show. Insane. Some people are into the anime thing, but once you get over it, it's so good.
You gotta comment on one of my TikToks. Watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah. I'll comment right after
review
this.
episode 1. Yeah. And
episode 1 will jar you. They don't.
I've seen bits and pieces, so like I know I have an idea of what it is, but
like if you're looking at a linear timeline, most anime in general kind of have like a line and all these spikes that go out. But if we're thinking about Attack on Titan, it's this one big loop that comes all together in 4 seasons of the show. Things you won't even know until the very end of a 3-season journey. It's like, what? I was explaining it to someone this last weekend in LA, and they're just watching me talk, and it was like, what are you saying? Because there's so much depth to it. It's such a good show. I love that I started the anime channel. Best decision of 2020 for me, for sure.
That's awesome, man. Like, it's always cool to see something that like you really enjoy. That you can also, like I said, like for me, including the family stuff, like anything, anytime anything cool happens, it's really cool to be able to like, I don't want to say use it for content, but like make it a part of the content.
Make it a part of your content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to do that. I mean, and the beauty about reacting to shows is that there will never not be shows. And so there's just always more and more and more. So I have so much to get through. I mean, my friend Jack Shinobi is the one who inspired me to do it. And there's in Naruto about like 700 episodes altogether. That's 700 YouTube videos or half. So that's I'm talking 30,000 views of video, 700. My cat just broke his way in. Come here, buddy.
It's crazy.
He's a big guy. Big cat. His name's Charlie. He's very aggressive. But yeah, it's great to have all these reactions. Oh, I mean, you talk to him, he answers back every time. He's so loud. That's why I like dogs more. They're a little bit more like normal.
Dude, I want to talk about my dog a little bit more, but I'm gonna go run and use the restroom. Shock,
Sure.
we were talking about we were talking about like games that we're kind of anticipating a little bit.
Yeah.
Since things are so kind of stale in the gaming world, but I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, fam. Sounds good.
All right, now we can talk about him. He doesn't have a wireless headset, does he?
Oh
no!
Oh no!
Oh, I love Danny. Danny makes the best TikTok. Danny's handsome, man. He's like 6'2", and
I can't imagine that.
Can you imagine being married to that guy? Wow.
Oh my god.
How lucky his wife is, right?
Do you have the Arctix Pro wireless too?
So I was in LA and I left my headphones there from Logitech, the Logitech G Pro X, and I had to go buy these like last minute. So somebody's sending them back out to me so I can have them again. But I actually am really surprised how much I like these SteelSeries. These are the SteelSeries ones, the wireless ones.
Oh, so they're not the Arctix Pros?
No, these are like SteelSeries Arctic ones. So the first generation they did years ago. I like Target, something cheap.
Are you looking to partner with like peripheral company?
Yeah, my eyes. I'm very vocal about it. Logitech has got my eyes. So I have Logitech everything. But more than that too, I think one thing I'm really excited about is partnering with people who can give me ad blocks for stuff like story blocks or like, Honey or whatever to start a video out and kind of get a little bit of. I've never dabbled in the world of like 2-minute long promotion in video, which is kind of hard of what we do because we are like very specific, but with other kinds of like creative videos and taking a sponsorship from earbud companies or whatever.
Yeah, well, it's definitely really hard. I try to stick away from those a little bit.
I heard you had a bad experience with your YouTube being turned into a news center for like Indian news or something.
Yeah, because
it's his face when he came back. You heard about him. He got hacked because of a sponsor deal he was gonna have and lost his YouTube channel.
You remember that, Danny?
I rember you had mentioned you got hacked before. And like
I got hacked.
You didn't really tell me
the game company sent me the download link for the game, so I was like, oh yeah, early game. They're giving me the special beta link or whatever, right? And they were like, this is. So I click it and nothing happens. So, but basically, what it did, it basically turned everything on my computer, all my saved passwords, and gave it to them. And basically, it like copied my computer.
Gives me so much anxiety hearing that. I gotta go change my passwords now, even though I'm
that's this is like the third time something like that has happened. So
do you just keep clicking these links or like what?
No. So a long time ago, my channel was hacked by someone, and they just deleted all my videos just for fun because they wanted to be terrible. And my channel was accidentally deleted a while ago, like 2 years ago. YouTube terminated it because someone filed like a false report. And so I got the channel back, and then this hack. So if anyone's been through a lot to make this YouTube happen, it's your boy. Like, man.
When did the last one happen?
The last one
October,
happened,
right?
Yeah, something like, I think it was more September, right when I moved in here. September, October.
Right when you moved in, I remember.
Yeah, so my channel was hacked. That's why I also, with our views, like Danny could probably do better, but like with anywhere from 5 to 20K views of video, they're only gonna pay a minute ad like $50 to $100.
Right.
And I don't personally feel like that's worth it to possibly have 1,000 people click off the video. Do you know what I mean? Like
for you having more ads than normal, you're saying like.
Well, when
you're not monetized on YouTube?
No, I am monetized for regular YouTube ads. But if I also start the video with a 1-minute ad about Raid,
that's what we were just talking about. Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
We could never do that for GFUEL stuff. It could never happen for GFUEL.
Because like, it's just, it's not worth it.
The only scenario you could do it is if you're like talking about your car and be like, this is a company that sponsored the car. And like, you have to fluidly work it in. It has to be related to the topic.
Yeah, I actually had some car products that I just got for a TikTok company sent them out. They make like car detailing products. So I just recorded a car TikTok for their product that they sent out. But other than that, with YouTube and paid ads, like Raid Shadow Legends, it's just not like, unless I'm getting 1 million views every video, not really.
Yeah, we're not quite in that range where we need to yet. It's just like, I mean, I would say like around like the 100K every video. It's like, let's just start thinking about it.
Exactly.
But thing is, people on YouTube, you know, I'm not innocent of this. You get ahead of yourself sometimes, and you're like, oh, I need the sponsorship or this or that or something like that.
Yeah.
But really, just like make videos, man, and just go to bed. Stop looking through your email. Go to bed after you post it. That kind of thing. So much more peaceful.
Yeah, it seems like it does come in handy sometimes though, because like with my desk, I was looking at that FlexiSpot brand, and then I saw I got an email from them, so I was like, hey, I'm actually looking at this desk, you know, like, so I'll wait to hear back. But
I mean, I'll say about FlexiSpot, they're just really down to send you product for video. That's what they did for me. They've reached out multiple times since then, but I have like a chair company I work with, so I didn't need anything else. But I have scoliosis, and so having a standing ergonomic desk is so great for a noodle spine.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I know. I'm literally built like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I told him, I was like, well, I'm looking at the gaming desk, so like, I feel like that would I'd be able to do a video on that a little easier than like the chair that they were. I think they had another like new desk or something they were talking about, but it's hard to, especially early on, like all these kind of like, I don't want to say startup because some of them are a little past that point, but they want to like send you free product, and it's so easy to be like, oh, free product, but you got to realize how much you're doing for them, you know, and like it's kind of you got to find a balance.
Yeah, I agree. Balance is the word.
I mean, GFUEL, the whole time I was just like, I know eventually, you know, it'll happen.
Yeah, you knew it would happen.
And I felt like once I doubled down, it's not like you could stop, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like a bit easier nowadays to get it even than it might have been in Shock's time of getting it. I don't know why that is. I feel like I see more people. I think GFuel's gotten so big to the point where they can afford to just have more partners and like pay these contracts out or do whatever. And so it's so cool to see how they've gone from like, it's still a tight knit group, but like the people that deserve it are getting it when they deserve it, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Shock, how'd you get that sweet chair, dude?
This chair, this is the DX Racer GFuEL chair.
And Cliff sent you that? He said that to Merc too.
Yeah, so they had a few of these available for a limited time, so they sent them to some of the top partners or something. I don't know. I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 something. I don't know, but I love the chair. It's really nice, and it goes kind of well with my setup. But I've been looking at partnering with a chair company. I used to be with OPC. I don't know if you guys heard of them a long time ago.
Yeah,
they went out of business because of COVID. I was one of their original partners that really like got their company like known. I had like probably a few videos with 40K views on their chair, but they went out of business due to COVID. So now I'm looking to partner with either Respawn or Secret Labs.
I brag on Respawn so hard, man.
I just can't decide which one at the moment.
It's a good chair. It's a good like ergonomic, like breathable. It just feels good.
Yeah, that's why I kind of like the look of that one, because
it looks different.
And I feel like with this type of chair, it's easier to sweat because it's just leather.
Your legs in a summer day, the shorts,
exactly.
Sticky.
And I heard GFuEL just sponsored with Respawn.
Yeah.
Or GFuEL collaborated with Respawn, and I hear they're going to be making maybe a custom chair. So
it's like getting into these two companies right now. And I feel like Respawn's so good too. Like I have Alex as a partner manager. He's such a good guy.
Yeah,
Respawn might be the way.
Respawn's one company that like makes their own TikToks too, daily.
I don't know if I'm following them or not.
Alex makes his own little like cheesy, corny TikToks all the time. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'm about to check that out. That's kind of right now. I'm kind of trying to figure out, because I know the team Elevate, the organization that I'm a part of. They're in talks with some like peripheral companies, but I've always had Corsair stuff. And then more recently, I've gotten a lot of the Elgato stuff. And Corsair and Elgato, you know.
Corsair together.
Corsair, they're together. So I'm thinking maybe I'll apply for the Elgato one. I think they have something. And then, I don't know. But all I know is that HyperX, I've had this headset for like 4 years. And it's still
good.
They are good
headphones.
Good headset. But I haven't really touched the Corsair headsets too much. So I might have to get one and try it out.
SteelSeries is good. I love the Logitech ones they had. They feel very premium, and they are very expensive. But once you get them, they're good quality. They feel good, smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Steel Series.
Yeah, I agree. Awesome stuff. So yeah, man.
Is there any like main questions you want to talk about, Danny? Because I think I gotta start on the dinner and the stream setup. And
no, I mean we're good to stop whenever, man.
Yeah, we could do this again like 6 months down the road and just like kind of catch up on where we're all at.
We'll definitely have to do it again.
Yeah, it would be awesome if we could get some of the other like larger, well-known GFUEL creators. Like I know Baystron he's really high up in there.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Baystron is
I don't know him like that.
I don't really know him. I've never really talked to him. I mean, he follows me, but I feel like I don't know. I would love to have a chat with him though. That would be.
I think it's literally just you, me, and Baystron. I don't know if Baystron posts as much as he used to.
Yeah,
he used to post more, I think.
Yeah, because
I know he lives in North Carolina. He lives in my state, I think.
I think the max I would do with this is probably 4 people. So I mean, if we want to try and
have like a big round table of like 20 people.
it would just be people talking to each other constantly. It'd
Chaos.
be so hard to talk.
Yeah.
If I had like a stick, the talking stick.
If you guys, because I'm still really new to like the YouTube GFUEL community, if you guys have any other or know any other GFUEL content creators that you think are really cool people, I mean they're all cool people, but let me know. I'll check.
Chloe
check out their
Donald
stuff. I want to get to know these people.
Stuff.
So shoot me a Discord message or something. Yeah,
for sure.
Heck yeah, brother.
But
thanks for having me
on,
man. It's awesome. I love you guys a lot. Send you the most peace and just have a great rest of the year for stuff. It's gonna be a good content for all of us. We have so much ahead in 2021, so keep coming.
I know. It's gonna be big.
Thanks for doing this, guys.
We'll be back. We'll all have like Danny will be 10 million on TikTok. We'll both be a million on YouTube. And we'll be like, we're in the Bahamas right now doing this podcast, So that's awesome. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, definitely, Danny. I'm excited. I'm really happy to see that everything's going well.
Yeah,
I felt like
sending much love for that.
Last time we were on the podcast, it felt very on the edge with what you were planning for just life direction, life direction itself. So I'm really glad to just it's more solid now.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I'm happy about it too.
I think more times than not in this industry, we don't. I don't know if it's like a man thing or if it's just like a egotistical thing of the world. Like we should really express our gratitude on one another as creators, because I'm a words of affirmation human being. So to hear good things back to me gives me so much life. So I'm so immensely proud of you guys. I brag about my friends and the community to other people. So keep doing what you're doing, man. We're gonna kill it.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, keep killing it,
so
guys.
Thank you for having it again. It was awesome being here. I'll catch you guys a little bit later.
Alrighty, see you, fam.
All right,
Until
peace.
next time. Peace.
Bye.